Corey and the staff at Miles CPA would like to say thank you to the community of Star Valley for the wonderful support provided over the last 16 years.
Go Braves!
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Brandon Cook on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Brandon.
Brandon Cook, son of Annie and Justin Cook, senior, offensive and defensive line, Afton, Wyoming. Braves Nation, let's ride.
Tailback draw. Miller tries to bounce it outside, but cannot. Can't get in the corner, and he's tackled for a 1-yard loss.
Brandon Cook.
So Brandon Cook was in there.
Physical therapy has been helping people get healthy for over 20 years. With offices in both Afton and Thane, they are ready to help you. Now certified in dry needling, the staff at Aspen Physical Therapy invites you to get back to work, to play, to life. Call 885-4APT or 883-4477 and get started today. Aspen Physical Therapy, a proud supporter of Star Valley and UW Athletics.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
This is Corey Fromm with the LCST2 Education Foundation. If you graduated within the past 20 years and received some scholarship money from the Education Foundation and it helped you in your higher education, then we would like to hear your story on how it helped. Please contact Deb Wolfley at 307-887-7537.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Live from Star Valley High School, this is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on Swift 98 SVI Media and the SVI Sports Network. For the second time in consecutive seasons, Star Valley and Lander meet in the postseason, this time in the quarterfinals in Afton, Wyoming at Star Valley High School. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network tonight, and Dal, Star Valley coming in as the second-ranked team in the 3A classification, according to the WyoPreb's coaches and media poll, the 2 seed in the West, while the Lander Tigers looking for some postseason magic and a road upset tonight as the 3 seed from the East.
This quarterfinal round, you've got to bring it in the postseason. You can't assume anything. Those records all go to 0-0, and you and I have seen some really close games, some tight games between teams that on paper weren't supposed to match up all that well. Well, you got to come out and you got to execute, and you got to get it done. This quarterfinal week, it takes no prisoners. We've already seen some close ones today.
Of course, the game like this one, this point in the season, you're hoping that you're healthy, you're ready to go. Every team's going to have some injuries and some nicks and bruises and whatnot, and Star Valley hoping that they can put their best foot forward on the field, as are the Lander Tigers, which come in 5-3 with the overall record. Lander sitting at 3-2. They are led by their quarterback, Brennan Stauffenberg. He's efficient, Dow. Doesn't score a ton, but efficient. 14 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions on the year for Stauffenberg. His favorite target has been number 27. That's Gabe Harris. He's kind of the do-it-all the guy for the Tigers. He returns kicks, he returns punts. He's had 7 receiving touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns on the season as well. So the Star Valley defense looking to cue in on number 27 of the Lander Tigers tonight.
Well, and anybody who watched that game last year in the quarterfinals in Lander between these two teams, they'll remember Brennan Stauffenberg. This kid can sling it, and he's got two kids that can catch the ball that are about as good as anybody in the 3A class. As you mentioned, Gabe Harris, also Matisse Weaver. The Braves are going to counter with their own three-headed monster, their own. Taft McClure, of course, leading the state in touchdown passes and passing yardage. Taft on a pedestal of his own as far as school records are concerned. And he's got a full arsenal tonight with Chase Stewart, Wyatt Krog, Jacob Hodges, Luke Linford, and then whoever comes out of the backfield. So you could see a couple of guys slinging the pigskin. Of course, it's going to get mighty cold here in about 60 minutes.
When the sun goes down, it certainly will. Considering how the weather was earlier this week, though, today is a blessing. Mid-40s right now in our countdown to kickoff coverage. Not a cloud in the sky, but as you can see, the snow creeping down into the valley. It was in the valley earlier this week, but as of right now, a clear green field and blue sky above with temperatures in the mid-40s for quarterfinal football. It's the Star Valley Braves playing host to the Lander Valley Tigers on the SVI Sports Network.
Our small part of making this world a better place is to try and make certain that food is abundant. Because when you don't have to worry about your next meal, you're free to pursue your dreams. And when people are free to pursue their dreams, that's exactly what they do. And all of our lives are made better for it. We're Simplot, and we want to help create better, healthier, easier to grow foods through the magic and the power of modern agriculture. Simplot, bringing Earth's resources to life.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious stay at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Today, we're going to play a little mini game called Whose is Whose. One of these individuals spent 13 years building equity in their home. The other spent a few weeks selling the home. So, whose stack is whose? Yeah, that doesn't seem right to us either. You worked hard to maintain and increase your home's value. Shouldn't you see that value when you sell it?
Assist to sell, full service with savings, 886-4990.
Our new Star Valley Health Alpine Clinic is open and ready to meet all of your family needs. From wellness checkup to cold or flu, to sports injuries and urgent care. Our orthopedist can help you restore mobility and eliminate pain. And our experienced cardiologist can care for your heart. When you need quality health care, we're here to serve you and your family in Alpine. We'll help you feel your best, close to home.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Back at Star Valley High School in Braves Field, it's Star Valley playing host to Lander Valley today. Braves and the Tigers in the quarterfinal and opening round of the 3A state football playoffs with live coverage on the SVI Sports Network. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you. Appreciate First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Find your local branch and get all the details at gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. Dal, Star Valley not the only crimson and gold team in postseason action today. Let's check your Crimson Corner.
Well, look on the Crimson Corner, Duke. Things didn't start off as they wanted to. In Riverton this morning, the Lady Braves, the top seed out of the Southwest, taking on Riverton. They were the 4th seed out of the Northwest, but they were at home, and they took advantage of it. The Lady Wolverines coming up with a 5-set victory over Star Valley and forcing the Lady Braves into the losers bracket, where they will play Evanston tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. That will be an elimination match. The Lady Braves, should they win, will then play again in the early afternoon against the team that loses in that matchup between Cody and Riverton. That game will be played. In fact, they should be serving that up right about now. So the Lady Braves, they're going to have to overcome a couple of things tomorrow to qualify for state. They are still alive, but things didn't quite go how they wanted today in that morning round. Cross country coming off the state championship of the boys in the 4A class. They are prepping for the Nike Cross Regionals. That's coming up here shortly, next week, the week after. And then I encourage you to check out the full interview online from Sports Friday this morning, where we had Coach Ty Draney and also Hobby Wetzel, the individual 4A champ, talking about the Nike Cross and their preparation for that. That's a look at your Crimson Corner. Brought to you by SVI Media.
It's all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, and the Star Valley Braves playing host to Lander. Star Valley back in their traditional home crimsons today. We've seen 2 weeks in a row. They broke out the white helmets now. Tonight, all crimson for the Braves.
Those were cool. Those were cool, but they're a nice change of pace. And now back to business, as it were. Yeah, I like the crimson lids.
Let's take a look at the roundup and some of the other big games happening around the state of Wyoming today. It's presented by Sunrise Engineering.
Well, we got some finals, and by golly, we had some tight ones when we get to the 2A. Let's start with the 4A class. These all still yet to kick off. Laramie, Sheridan, Thunder Basin at Cheyenne Central is probably the one a lot of people are looking at, but also Campbell County at Natrona County. That one could be a tight one. In 3A, we do have one kickoff already at halftime. Buffalo and Jackson in a low-scoring battle. Right now, Buffalo leads that one at the half, 7-3 against the Jackson Bronx. So that's still anyone's game. Of course, you have this one kicking off here in just about 15 minutes. Looking in the 2A class, you got two finals and two doozies already. Lyman outlasting Burns 23-20 today, and then Bighorn able to outlast Mountain View 28-26. So again, these quarterfinal matchups, they can be dicey. And if you head back up to Wild Predicts in the 3A class, Cody a 90% favorite to advance past Worland today. Buffalo and Jackson. Buffalo had the nod there, 60-40. That one's mighty tight at halftime. The Braves with a 65% chance here today, and then Douglas with a slight advantage over Powell, 59-41. Those are our friends at Wild Predicts on Twitter, and that's a look at your roundup brought to you by Sunrise Engineering.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit them online at sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. When we come back, we'll take a look at what the 3A playoff bracket looks like and what these two teams are hoping to see in the semifinals next week, and then maybe even in Laramie at the state championship game 2 weeks from this weekend. It's all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff with Lander in Star Valley on the SVI Sports Network.
Changing your oil with Napa Know-How. First drain it, then filter it, and fill it up with fresh Napa Synthetic. Boom, done. Now do your wife a solid and take the mother-in-law out for a Sunday drive. Mission accomplished.
Never riding with you again.
Conquer the job like you conquer life with Napa Know-How.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Inside us all beats the heart of an athlete, determined to succeed. Sometimes we fall short, and sometimes we just fall. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, arthritis, or musculoskeletal trauma, the team of orthopedic surgeons at Mountain West Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are here to help you. We offer a full range of orthopedic and pain management care to keep you active and loving life. A service of Star Valley Health. For more information, visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network, this is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
Back at Star Valley High School in the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Star Valley High School's pep band back tonight. Now, they missed last week because they were at State Marching Band in Casper. Came away with an excellent rating and sounding excellent tonight again for the Braves home crowd.
Glad to have them back. You can't, you make do. You make do as the home crowd when you don't have the band. We don't have to make do this week. They're back.
It's all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff live on the SVI Sports Network. Dow, when you take a look at the 3A state football bracket, you have Star Valley and Lander as the 2 and 3 seed. Star Valley the 2 in the bottom half of the bracket. The other side, or the other bottom half, is number 1 from the East, Douglas. They are playing host to Powell today. Winner of that one faces the winner of that one next week in the semifinals.
Yeah, that's a big one there. Powell typically a tough team. They've had their share of struggles this season, and I'll be honest, we talked about it this morning. People probably not respecting Douglas enough to this point. All they've done is win however many straight since losing on 0 week to Jackson. They've done nothing but win since then, and win another Eastern Conference title. And as you mentioned, Jay Rhodes, he's been there a while, and he's won a lot of games for the Bearcat Blue. So they're definitely a heavy favorite over there.
Douglas Powell kicks off at 6 o'clock, an hour after this game does. On the top half of the bracket, also kicking off at 6, the heavy favorites, Cody, hosting Worland today. And then in that other top half of the bracket, quarterfinal, Buffalo and Jackson already kicked off at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and that one's a close one at the half, Tal.
Yes, 7-3, the Bison with a slight lead. But if you're Jackson, you make that long trip over to the Bison Bowl and you're in it that close at halftime, you got to be thrilled. Especially if you have a chance to correct some things in the second half.
So that's a check of the 3A bracket and how things look. Star Valley and Cody, for what it's worth, are on opposite sides of the bracket this year now. So a lot of people thinking, of course, you got to win the game today and then you got to win the game next week. But a lot of people thinking it could be Star Valley and Cody in that state championship game. And that's a big deal because these two programs have won the last 8 state championships combined, but during that time they've never played in the state championship. You go back to last year's semifinal round, so this may be the year that happens depending on how the next 2 weeks go.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to that, and I know a lot of people that are fans can looking forward to it. The coaches don't have that luxury. They have to come out and win a ball game this weekend. Both Coach McMillan and Coach Young and everybody out there, they have to try and win. And, dude, I brought this up before. You and I did a game here not too long ago where Riverton was a big-time underdog, and it took a fourth down goal line stand for Max Fletcher, and the Braves ended up kind of handily winning the state championship after that, but they almost didn't make it to the semifinals. So you got to come out and execute in the quarterfinals.
It's all part of your first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. When we come back, we'll have your records watch. We'll have your rivalry keys to the game. We'll also check in with Gabe Daniel on the sideline before we kick this one off. It's all part of your first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is. And it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Back at Star Valley High School on a sunny Friday afternoon, postseason football on the SVI Sports Network. Star Valley playing host to the Lander Tigers tonight on Swift 98 and SVI Media. Duke Danson, Dal Erickson here with you on the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Find how to receive a closing cost credit of $500 on your personal mortgage loan. Learn more at gofirstbank.com. Now let's recap the rivalry between these two teams with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
You know, these two teams you would think would have a few more meetings under their belt, but, you know, back when I was in school, they were in different classifications, but not too long ago, they were in the same conference, but that went away as well. So now it's strictly postseason stuff. So first game took place back in 1973. In that time, Star Valley leads the overall series 22-8. Been tough sledding for the Tigers here in Afton, with Star Valley leading that series 13-2 in the meetings that are played here in Afton. Looking at the trends, the Braves have won the last 3, but they had not played for 9 years until last year's quarterfinal matchup in Lander. That was the first time they had met, but these teams used to be conference foes. Lander's last win in Afton came in 2011. Duke, I did that game on the radio. There were a pair of pick sixes for the Tigers. I remember that game. This is the 31st meeting between the two, and that's a look at your rivalry, brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That's Simplot.com. Could we see some more records fall tonight for Star Valley? Here's your SVI Media Records Watch.
Well, technically, every time Taft McClure does something, it's a new record anymore. But to kind of give you an idea of some of the milestones he's creeping up on, Taft needs 190 passing yards tonight for 4,000 career passing yards. He'd be the first person to do that. He needs two touchdown passes for 30 on the season, and he needs 1 for 45 in his career. Those are all pretty amazing numbers for a Star Valley signal caller. Wyatt Kroc set a new school record for receptions in a season last week. He's got 62 now. He needs 99 yards, Duke, for a 1,000-yard receiving season. That's never been done in school history, so that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Chase Stewart needs 2 touchdown receptions to tie the school record for touchdown receptions in a single season, which is 13. He has 11. And he needs 59 receiving yards to clip 600 yards on the season. And with 23 yards, he would pass Robert Harmon from class of 1988 on that list. Actually, class of 89, he did it in 88. That's a look at your records watch, brought to you by SVI Media.
Again, all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. We're just a few minutes away from kicking this one off, about 10 minutes until we hit 5 o'clock this evening. But first, let's send it down to Gabe Daniel for a Miles CPA sideline report. Gabe, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Duke. After a month full of nice weather all of October, it finally crashed down this week, and it was snowing for several days, but it looks like it's cleared up tonight, and it should be pretty nice. It's sitting around 43 degrees right now, and it looks like it'll be clear for most of the night, although it is supposed to dip down into the low 30s later tonight. Should be a pretty good night, and definitely a fall matchup for these guys. Back to you, Duke.
Thank you, Gabe Daniel, with the Miles CPA sideline report and the weather forecast and the update for the game this evening. Miles CPA located in Afton and in Alpine. It's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Keys to the game, starting lineup, and the anthem when we return live from Star Valley High School.
Staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVI Local. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVI Local for the locals only discount. Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horse shoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, Western shirt.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
Live from Star Valley High School, Star Valley hosting Lander, the quarterfinals of the 3A football playoff bracket. We are going to send it down to the sunshine-filled football field for the presentation of the national anthem, made possible in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware.
He sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's meet today's starters with the help of Peevler's Mountain Star. Peevler's Mountain Star, located on Rocky Road on the north end of Afton.
Taft McClure, son of Brian and Sarah McClure. I'm a senior. I play quarterback. I'm from Smoot, Wyoming.
Caleb Spalding, son of Mike and Lacey Spalding, senior, running back, linebacker. I'm Afton, Wyoming.
Chase Stewart, son of Lisa and Cody Crocker, and Levi Stewart, senior, wide receiver and strong safety, Star Valley Ranch.
Dimitri Dolgarakis, son of Alex Dolgarakis and Megan Dozier, senior, tight end, D-end, Afton, Wyoming.
Jacob Hodges, son of Boone and Laura Hodges, senior, wide receiver, I live in Thane.
Wyatt Krog, son of Melissa and Jared Adams. I'm a senior. I play receiver and DB of Racine, Wisconsin.
Luke Linford, I'm him, son of Jason and Robin Linford, senior, D-back, Fairview.
Brandon Cook, son of Annie and Justin Cook, senior, offensive and defensive line, Afton, Wyoming.
Evan Corbin, son of Chad and Sherry Corbin, senior, O-line linebacker, Edna, Wyoming.
Tom Cunningham, son of Dell and Teddy Cunningham, senior, center and defensive line from Afton, Wyoming.
My name is Brandon Beck, son of Scott and Brianna Beck. I'm a senior. I play outside linebacker and offensive line. I'm from Fairview.
Clay Merritt, son of Brooke and Kelly Merritt, junior, O-line, defensive end, Grover, Wyoming.
Derek Astle, son of Jason and Nicole Astle, senior, middle linebacker, running back, Thane, Wyoming.
Bridger Brogue, son of Clay and Brittany Brogue, senior, wide receiver and defensive back, Freedom, Wyoming.
Colin Hunsaker, I'm him. Son of Eric and Wendy Hunsaker, senior, receiver, DB, Afton, Wyoming.
Jaden Crook, son of Terry and Amber Crook, junior, running back and safety, Edna, Wyoming.
Mikkel Merritt, son of Rick and Amy Merritt, senior, running back, linebacker, Afton, Wyoming. Braves Nation, let's ride.
Starting lineups for the Braves offense and defense made possible by Peevler's Mountain Star, your source for plumbing and sprinkler supplies on Rocky Road in Afton. It's all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Find them online at gofirstbank.com. will continue their season. The winner or the loser of this game, their season will come to an end. The semifinal next week will be against either Douglas or Powell. That's the other game on the bottom half of the bracket. That one kicks off at 6 o'clock in Douglas this evening, so their game will end after this one, but we'll give you updates as we're able to along the way. Dow, Star Valley, and Lander met last year in the semifinal round of the state. It was the quarterfinals, and it was the quarterfinals last year as well, and Star Valley routed the Tigers on their home field last year.
A lot of points, though. 50-20 is what it ended up being. But we saw Brennan Stauffenberg. They can sling it. They've got some weapons, and it's going to come down to can the Star Valley defense slow them down enough, and can the Tiger defense slow down this Star Valley offense? Last year they were not able to do that. We'll see how it goes today.
Coin toss has already taken place. Star Valley will kick off from the north towards the south. The Lander Tigers will receive the opening kickoff of this game. They'll do so on the south end zone here on the new turf at Star Valley High School and Braves Field. Another sunny day as we put the wraps on your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Again, learn how to receive a closing cost credit of $500 on your personal mortgage loan. Learn more at gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com.
Mid-40s right now, Duke. Just looking at the National Weather Service tonight. 23, the overnight low. It's going to get a little chilly in the second half. Hope everybody has got their extra gloves on out there.
Once again, getting kickoff duties today for Star Valley is the freshman, Christoph Bueller. He was given that role last week for the first time. And Christoph will be kicking off here for Star Valley. And the lone return man for the Lander Tigers is going to be Matisse Weaver, back to return the kicks. Or is that Gabe? Here's the opening kick. It will squib and be filled up by the upback, the 15. Pretty nice return up across the 30 and brought down shy of the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lander Tigers.
I'll be honest, Duke, I didn't even see the ball. Didn't even see where it went, didn't see who returned it, but I know it's Lander ball because I'm listening to you.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The officials will spot the ball at just across the 33 at about the 34-yard line. And we'll see the Braves defense against the Tiger offense. Brennan Stauffenberg quarterbacking for the Tigers. 14 touchdowns on the year. Only 4 INTs on the season. Pasquinelli will be in the backfield in a single back formation under center. Direct tailback dive, makes the first man miss and finds some open room in the backfield. They're in the front and ahead of him. Pasquinelli will get ahead to about the 40-yard line for a good pickup on first down.
Yeah, good push there. It gets about 6 yards. And if Lander can run the ball effectively today, that will really help out that passing game. And I know Coach Young has a lot of respect for this passing game. He pointed out specifically Gabe Harris, number 27, and number 37, Matisse Weaver, who you've talked about. He says those two guys could star for any team in the state, and here they are for the Tigers.
Now a shotgun set for Stauffenberg, going to be 2nd down and 4. Quarterback keeper, nice hole off the left and tripped up and brought down by Derek Astle, but will be enough to move the chains up to the 45-yard line, and Lander gets a first down on their own 45.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Derek, with the nice tackle, but if you're the Tigers, 2 carries, 11 yards, you'll take that beginning.
Lander will huddle up with just a minute burned in this game, moving the chains up to their own 45-yard line. Tigers in the road whites with the black helmets and the green numerals. It's going to be 1st and 10. Once again in the backfield is Jack Pasquinelli as the lone back. Play action, roll left in the flat, open, caught with room up the sideline to the 40 and pushed out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big catch and run for Weaver, and the Tigers early on inside Braves territory deep.
And that's a big gainer from the 45 of Lander to just about the 27 there of the Star Valley side of the field.
27-yard line in Star Valley territory.
So we'll call it just about 30 yards there.
Well spotted at the 27-yard line, left side hash mark. New set of downs for the Tigers. Back in the shotgun is Stauffenberg. Pasquinelli is to his left side hip, 3 receivers right. Stauffenberg sets up the screen, too high and almost intercepted by Derek Astle. He was trying to hit Pasquinelli on the screen, but tipped up off his fingertips, and Astle couldn't bring in the diving pick.
Duke, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Lander scored on their opening drive last year in the quarterfinals. They can definitely move the ball. We're seeing that here on this drive. That one just a little too high for Pasquinelli.
Sets up a 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. 10:37 to play in the first quarter here. And once again in the shotgun is Brennan Stauffenberg. Pasquinelli to his right side. 2 receivers on the right. Rolls that direction. Stauffenberg sets to throw. Still rolling now. Pump fakes. Now rifles. And a diving pick attempt. No good again. That's dropped incomplete. Jaden Crook came flying up on the low pass. 3rd and 10.
Jaden, the leading interceptor for the Braves this season. I think he's got 5.
Stops the clock at 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Landers probably going to be in 4-down territory in this point of the field. It would be a long field goal from the 27-yard line as Stauffenberg comes in from the sideline with the 3rd and 10 play. Braves in their 3-4 defense. Seeing some more safety play for the Braves from Lane Wiebelhaus, the junior, getting some extra reps. We saw that last week. He gets to start again this week. He under pressure, throw down the sidelines, a miscommunication as Stauffenberg tried to hit his target down the field and overthrew him.
3rd down is going to bring up 4th down and 10.
Well, Brandon Cook was supplying the pressure, and Stauffenberg got put on his wallet here. But as you mentioned, Duke, this was going to be 4 downs anyway. Well, I assumed it was. Now it looks like maybe Matisse Weaver gonna try and boot this through.
He's been the kicker throughout the season. He's money on extra points, 23 of 24 on the year. And this is going to be a 44-yard attempt
Left
for
hash.
Weaver.
No wind, but it's not real warm.
Here's the snap, the hold, kick is blocked, ball's up in the air, and it will drop down, picked up by Lander, but immediately tackled, and that one didn't have a chance. It was blocked before it got back to the line of scrimmage by the Braves.
Derek Astle with the block, and then number 31 recovered it for the Tigers, but it didn't matter at that point. In fact, that's the 2nd field goal block in as many weeks for Derek Astle. He had one last week up in Jackson.
Special teams comes up big off the blocked field goal attempt, and Star Valley will shut down Lander as they were driving inside Braves territory. And now we'll see Star Valley's offense on the field. Quarterbacking once again for Star Valley. In the shotgun is going to be Taft McClure. He'll look to the sideline. He'll come out with a 4-receiver set, 2 on either side. And Spalding in the backfield to his right side hip. In motion is Stewart, sets up on the left side. Snap, handoff to Spalding. Stewart blocking, gets a tackle pulling, and brought down after about a 3-yard gain for Spalding to set up 2nd down, and actually give him across the 40. 2nd and about 6, maybe a 7 to go.
Gabe Harris was right there to wrap up Caleb, but Caleb got a pretty nice push. It's actually almost 4 yards.
Spalding remains in the backfield in a shotgun set for McClure. Flanked wide left is Wyatt Krog. You can see Dolarakis playing tight end left side, double tight end set with bunches to the right for McClure. Now Spalding in motion, back into the backfield on a 2nd down and 6. Another motion man, misdirection, and a broken play in the backfield, and McClure just has to run with the football. He still picks up positive yards by about 4 to set up 3rd down and manageable, but you could tell that wasn't nothing. What McClure expected didn't really happen in the backfield.
Yeah, that was definitely one of those, somebody's not where I thought they'd be. You can tell by his body language here, but hats off to Taft. He picks up, as you mentioned, Duke, a handful of yards, makes it 3rd and short instead of 3rd and long.
Tom Cunningham getting the starting center once again, as he has all year, on the 3rd down and 3. And out comes Tristan Hilton for the jumbo package. Spalding breaks a tackle in the backfield and has the 1st down. Moving the chains with a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton 1st down. Weaver had Spalding in the backfield, but a jump cut from Caleb gets him the 1st down.
That's a terrific job by Caleb Spalding. And his last 2 games, Duke, he has looked so much more confident than the first half of the season. Of course, he's compiled almost 150 yards back-to-back weeks, been in the end zone several times, and that right there, he's able to move the sticks and avoid the tackle for loss.
McClure back in the backfield with Spalding back there with him, trips to the right side, nobody on the left side as Stewart motions out to the right, handoff to Spalding, breaks a few tackles in the backfield, but gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and he may lose about half a yard on that play. Tackled about a yard loss just across their own 47. 2nd down and a long 10, if not 11 yards to go for the Braves.
Gabe Harris tackling guys right out of his jersey. You're going to hear a lot of Gabe Harris and Matisse Weaver today. I can already tell.
2nd and almost 11 for Star Valley with the clock down to 8 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. Opening drive of the game for the Braves. Man again in motion is Stewart. Sets up in the slot right. Play action. Screen to Krog, and he's hit and brought down in the backfield. Read perfectly by the Lander defense. That's a big loss on second down.
That's Hunter Villard, number 25, one of the defensive leaders for this Tiger team. And you can see on the Fall River Propane replay, Taft kind of takes his time floating this out there, but Villard had already beaten Stewart's block, and he was right in on that.
Third and about 16 to go now for Star Valley, back inside their own 45-yard line. And Star Valley will reset the formation, send Stewart to the left. Hodges playing tight end. McClure looks to throw, under pressure, sets up the screen. Low catch by Hodges, runs upfield and tackled shy of the 50-yard line. Will be well short of the first down. And Star Valley likely going to have to punt, not able to get back to midfield with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
The Braves basically going to get back the yardage that they lost on those 2 plays.
Yeah, 4th and 10. So in comes Mikkel Merritt. And Gabe Harris will step back to return the punt for the Tigers. He's standing inside his own 20-yard line. Merritt to boot this one away from the 36. Clean snap, kick is away, spiral, and it will bounce inside the 20. No return, bouncing all the way down inside the 15, and the roll to the sideline at the 10-yard line. Great punt for Mikkel Merritt, pinning Lander deep inside the 20.
That's one of those where you look at your teammates and it's like, you guys didn't even need to run down there. Right on the 10-yard line where it intersects with the out-of-bounds marker. And here come the Tigers. And on that opening drive, Duke, they had some success running the ball a couple times. They had that one big pass play to Matisse Weaver, and then things kind of derailed. 2 straight incompletions and then a blocked field goal.
1st and 10 with 6:30 to play in the opening quarter. Still scoreless in this game. Second drive of the game for the Tigers. They go quick under center, bouncing outside on the carry. Ball is loose, and Star Valley's going to have it. Fumble recovered by Wiley Wilkes inside the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal for the Braves after Star Valley's defense forces the turnover.
Good eyeballs, Duke. Yeah, Wiley Wilkes was Johnny on the spot here. This ball pops out. Looks like he was just wasn't quite secure. Gets popped out of there. I want to say Derek Astle popped it loose, and then Wiley Wilkes was on it. I don't know about the forced fumble, but I know Wiley Wilkes was on it.
So out comes the Braves offense as the defense gives them a gift at the 9-yard line. 1st down and goal, 6:24 to play in the opening quarter. Taft McClure is going to be shotgun, trips to his left, and a tight end to his right side is Chase Stewart. In the backfield is Spalding to the left side. McClure looks to throw, goes on the flag route, wide open, and through his hands, looking for Wyatt Krog. Wyatt looked to his right, but the ball was thrown to his outside, so he had to readjust and couldn't track down the football.
And they're running directly away from us, Duke, this kitty corner angle that we have up here. This is a catch where, to me that just looks like one Wyatt usually reels in.
Going to be incomplete, set up 2nd and goal now, still from the 9-yard line with 6:17 to go in the scoreless first quarter. And Krog's going to sub out. Hilton comes in with the jumbo package. And misdirection in the backfield, handoff to the fullback, and a good push up the middle. Still pushing inside the 5, or down to the 5, rather, on the 2nd down carry for the Braves. And that's going to set up 2nd down and 5 to go.
Yeah, Chase Stewart ended up on that little misdirection that we see where they fake the handoff to Spalding or Levitt, and then he comes across from the other side of the line and gets we've actually seen him score a few rushing touchdowns like that. This time he gets 5 yards.
Coach Young telling his offense what he'd like here on the 3rd and goal now from the 5-yard line. Hilton subs out, Taft McClure comes in. 5 yards to go to score. And Wyatt Krog is going to wind up wide left. To the right side bottom of your screen is Luke Linford. Couple tight end set here with McClure in the shotgun. From the 5, snap, handoff to Spalding. Has blockers and untouched into the end zone. Caleb Spalding trots in for the touchdown, and the Braves strike first. His 6th rushing touchdown of the game season comes with 5:23 to go in the first.
Terrific blocking there by the offensive line. Let's look at this right here, as you mentioned. No one even touched him. Evan Corbin, 61. Luke Linford out there, number 3. Caleb Spalding in for 6 from 5 yards out.
PAT from Mikkel Merritt to make this a 7-point game. After Star Valley gets the defensive turnover, the PAT is blocked by Gabe Harris.
You don't see that very often.
So it remains 6-0 Braves on the SVI Sports Network. The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today.
You know, I've been thinking, commentating is not that tough.
Really?
Yeah, I think we can do it.
You think so?
Wow. That is a smooth finish.
I am speechless. As she moves in, stalking the dum-dums. Critical play for the organization. Look at that skill.
Focus. Focus.
Finger dexterity.
Focus.
On its finest display here.
Focus! They're the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, they're gonna go all the way!
It's a touchdown!
Yeah!
Duke and Dow got nothing on us!
Yeah!
Ensuing kickoff from Bueller, returned by Weaver. He gets a nice push initially, but closed pretty quick. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lander Tigers with the ball on about their own 23-yard line. That last touchdown set up by the Star Valley defense. They got a fumble that was recovered by Wiley Wilkes inside the 10-yard line. Braves take it in from 9 yards out and score. They lead 6-0 after the PAT was blocked.
And they had already, the Braves special teams had already blocked a field goal, so things looking pretty good through all 3 phases thus far.
Stauffenberg back under center for the Lander Tigers. He'll have 2 receivers to his left, hand off to his tailback stiff arm to get into the second level, and then Derek Astle brings down Pasquinelli. That was a big stiff arm in the backfield to get him up to about a 6-yard gain.
Well, I don't have a roster that shows Pasquinelli's height and weight, but he was using all of it right there with a pretty nice-looking stiff arm, about 6-7 yards on that carry.
Going to call it 2nd down and 3 with under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter of this quarterfinal football game in Star Valley between the Braves and the Lander Tigers. And Lander will motion out of the backfield, set up a single back set with Pasquinelli. The hard count, and the Braves jump. That's going to result in a Lander 1st down after Star Valley bites on the hard count. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers.
First penalty of the game against either team. And that will move the chains. So a fresh set of downs here for the Tigers. They'll now be spotted on their own 36.
4:41 to play in the first quarter.
1st and 10.
Now 3 in the backfield on this play with Stauffenberg under center. Pitches to Pasquinelli on the outside. He's wrapped up and brought down after just a gain of a couple on the play. Actually, just 1 yard is it.
Derek Astle right there. He's already having himself a ball game. We haven't even played a full quarter yet.
Clock continues to tick down to 4:23 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. 2nd down and a long 8 yards to go. Ball spotted on the Lander 37-yard line.
And if you think I'm just making that up, he has that tackle, he's got a forced fumble, and a blocked field goal.
Pasquinelli again in the backfield as the lone back. Pitch outside to him. He tries the right edge against the Braves defense. Gets a good push, and then he's brought down shy of the 1st down, but up near the 45-yard line. Going to be 3rd and short.
He had a full head of steam, and I think it was Colin Hunsaker, 14, who came across from his secondary spot and took him off his axis there so they could bring him down before the sticks, but now 3rd and short for these Tigers.
2 yards to go from their own 39-yard line. 3 in the backfield once again for Stauffenberg under center. Turn, hand off to the up back. No misdirection to the backfield. Trying to get the edge, and doing so is Gabe Harris fighting off the would-be tacklers, and he gets 3 on a 2-yard to go situation.
Well, the Braves had a handful of jersey. Oh, we got a face mask out here as well, so this will be tacked on to the end of this run. And trying to determine if he's saying that's 5 yards at the end. Looks like it is. So that's one of the incidental types, but still a 5-yard penalty. But Davis was able to squirt through that hand tackle, and then he's able to move those chains, and now the penalty in the Star Valley territory.
Ball pushed up to the Braves' 47-yard line. Second time of the game, Lander's been inside Braves territory. Last time it ended in a blocked field goal. Under center again on a 1st and 10 is Stauffenberg. Turns, play action, wants to throw, under pressure, lobs down the field, and a great catch on the right sideline. Made in traffic by Gabe Harris, double coverage, but it's going to be a 1st and 10 inside the Star Valley 25.
Man, that double coverage. Watch him bring this down on the Fall River Propane replay. Flushed out there by Dogarakis, and then Stauffenberg goes up high to Harris, who brings it down for a gain of 23.
Going to 24. Be 1st and 10 now from the Star Valley 23. 3 men in the backfield once again for Stauffenberg under center. Turns and hands off to Harris. He tries to get the push up the middle and cannot do so. Does get positive forward motion for a pickup of 1, maybe 2 yards up to the 21-yard line. Sets up 2nd down and 8 to go for the Tiger offense.
What's interesting, Duke, is the underneath stuff for the Tigers hasn't necessarily worked, but they've got a couple of big pass plays.
Bunch package again. Handoff up the middle. Trying to push the pile forward. Gets up to near the 20-yard line. Smelling the Riverside Dental red zone with the ball right at the 20. 3rd down for the Tiger offense.
Tigers so far today, 1 of 2 on 3rd down.
2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Still first quarter. Lander looking for their first point of the game. This time they'll go single back set on a 3rd down and 7. Turn, play action. Stauffenberg rolls right, throws into the flat, caught, but tackled well shy of the 1st down by Colin Hunsaker to come up and make the play. And we'll see if Lander goes for another field goal here or if they go for it on 4th down at about 4 yards.
Terrific tackle there by Hunsaker. Can't ask much more than that out of your defensive back. Only gave up about a yard or 2.
Inside the Riverside Dental red zone, and it looks like Lander will attempt another field goal. It was blocked on the last one. Matisse Weaver back in. This one's going to be a 34-yard attempt, about 5 yards closer than the last one that was blocked. This time from the right side hash mark. Snap, hold, kick gets away. This time plenty of height and distance, and that would have been good from a long ways away. He knocks it through to cut the lead in half with 1:15 to go in the first. 6-3 Braves over the Tigers on SVI.
Corey and the staff at Miles CPA would like to say thank you to the community of Star Valley for the wonderful support provided over the last 16 years.
Go Braves!
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Brandon Cook on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Brandon.
Brandon Cook, son of Annie and Justin Cook, senior, offensive and defensive line, Afton, Wyoming. Braves Nation, let's ride.
Tailback draw. Miller tries to bounce it outside, but cannot. Can't get in the corner, and he's tackled for a 1-yard loss.
Brandon Cook. So Brandon Cook was in there.
Here's Duke Dance, Al Erickson, and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves football.
34-yard field goal attempt is good from Matisse Weaver of Lander. And that cuts the lead down to 3-6-3 with Star Valley up on top against the Tigers and the ensuing kickoff on the way.
Pretty sure we have not seen this score yet this season for this particular team, 6-3.
Star Valley has a touchdown, but the PAT was blocked. And that's where we get our score with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. As Weaver, who just hit the field goal, comes in for the ensuing kickoff. Hunsaker and Krog back to return at the 5 for the Braves.
He pounded that thing. They had to enlist one of the cross-country kids to go get that.
Yeah, right. And here's the kickoff, a boomer way deep in the end zone. That kid has a leg.
He almost put that through the uprights on the kickoff. That hit on the back line of the end zone.
Well, that will be a touchback.
Well, I remember growing up, Lander had a long series of really good kickers. The one that stands out, obviously, to me is Aaron Elling. Went and kicked for the Wyoming Cowboys and then played in the NFL for a couple of teams, the Vikings, and the other team escapes me. But he was kind of my age. I remember that. Man, he was a stud.
So Star Valley had a 9-yard field on their last possession after the fumble turnover, and this time it's an 80-yard field following the touchback. McClure hands off to Spalding from the shotgun, breaks through and gets into the secondary, and Spalding brought down after a 9-yard gain on a first down carry.
That was almost a sneaky 9-yard gain. He never did really stretch out his gait and run. He was really concerned about holding on and securing the football, but it's almost like the Tigers never quite got in front of him to stop the run, and that brings up second and short.
Just 1 yard to go. Spalding remains in the backfield. Linford wide right with Hodges the slot to the right. Standing tight end on that same side is Stewart. McClure looks to throw on second and short. Nobody open downfield. Rolls left. Still nobody open. Now is scramble drill. McClure looks to throw. He finds Linford. Caught for the first down. Breaks one tackle and then dropped at the 34-yard line. And a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down.
Man, terrific protection from the Star Valley offensive line as Taft does a little more maneuvering in the pocket than he typically does. Gets a 10-yard reception here to Luke Linford.
Moves the chains up to the Star Valley 34-yard line. Trips to the left side. Stewart, the slot in between the two. Play action. Here's Krog on the bubble wide receiver screen. Nice block, and then broken tackle, and he's inside Lander territory. Brought down at around the 48-yard line for another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down.
That's a gain of 13. That will put Wyatt into the positive yardage, though, because his first reception was a loss of 5. But right now, you can see the speed Wyatt showing off there, gets into the Tigers' side of the field.
It's a great block by Chase Stewart to help spring that run after the catch. Now inside Lander territory, 1st and 10 for the Braves, and that will actually take us to the end of the first quarter. Star Valley won't get a snap off. And so after one, the Braves lead the Tigers by just 3 points, 6-3. Braves driving when we come back on the SBI Sports Network.
Therapy has been helping people get healthy for over 20 years. With offices in both Afton and Thane, they are ready to help you. Now certified in dry needling, the staff at Aspen Physical Therapy invites you to get back to work, to play, to life. Call 885-4APT or 883-4477 and get started today. Aspen Physical Therapy, a proud supporter of Star Valley and UW Athletics.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Here's Duke Dance, Dal Erickson, and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves football.
Start of the second quarter, Braves now driving to the north side of the field. McClure to throw on first down, caught for a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. He finds his tight end Chase Stewart, who takes it all the way up to the 30-yard line, and the Braves moving the ball again here against the defense.
Gain of 17 there. Braves kind of starting to pick up chunks of yards, which is what this passing game has done all season long.
Braves go no huddle, hurry up offense. McClure throws to the outside, caught by Linford with room, puts his shoulder down and pushes his way into the 9, inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. And the Braves inside the Riverside Dental red zone.
Gain of 21 yards there from Linford.
No huddle, right back to the line of scrimmage again. McClure looks to throw, and there's going to be a flag on the play. A timeout taken by timeout taken by Lander as the Star Valley Braves were pushing the ball quick. Back at 60 on SVI.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today.
This is Corey Fromm with the LCST2 Education Foundation. If you graduated within the past 20 years and received some scholarship money from the Education Foundation and it helped you in your higher education, then we would like to hear your story on how it helped. Please contact Deb Wolfley at 307-887-7537.
You're watching Star Valley High School football on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley driving against the Lander defense. The Braves looking at a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. I think Star Valley caught Lander off guard a little there down when they went into that hurry-up, no-huddle offense.
Well, it was 4 consecutive first downs, so the Tigers opting to spend a timeout on defense.
So 1st and goal from the 9. McClure in the shotgun will throw again, steps up, flag route to the back of the end zone, reaching up and making the catch. Did he come down with it? No, it looked like he may have. Hodges went up to get it. He dropped the football. Good coverage on the defense. It's 2nd and goal.
Evan Stevenson, number 2, pulled it out of there. Hodges, he did have that ball, came down, but then Stevenson ripped it out of his hands. At least that's what it looked like to me. Let's look at it again.
That's exactly what happened.
Nice job there by Stevenson preventing the touchdown for the Tigers.
Hodges will line up slot to the right. Linford to his outside, top of your screen right. Krog to the left. Spalding in the backfield. McClure again in the shotgun. He'll throw, looking to that right side. Under pressure, rolling to his right. Nobody open. Now a scramble. Throws to the back of the end zone and through the back of the end zone. And incomplete. Nobody there. Threw it away. And it's 3rd and goal for the Braves from the 9.
Some pressure coming from the backside. Jesse Dollard, number 56, was bearing down on Taft, so he had to make a decision quick, and then both guys were fighting for it in the back of the end zone. Now facing 3rd down here after a pair of incompletions.
Star Valley still on their 9-yard line. Spalding in the backfield. McClure in the shotgun. Krog left side. Slot right is Hodges. Here's a shovel pass to Stewart. Room, but brought down from behind by Gabe Harris inside or at the 5-yard line. So now 4th and goal from the 5. We'll see what Coach Young decides to do with a 3-point lead. Offense stays on the field. 4th and goal from the 5 with 11 minutes to go in the second.
And goal for the Braves.
McClure in the shotgun with receivers bunched up close inside. Krog to your left. Spalding in the backfield. Wyatt in motion, and the defense jumps, but not enough. They let the play go on. Now Coach Young may call a timeout. They may have just been trying to draw Lander off sides. McClure still looks back to the side. No call yet from Coach Young. Here's the official giving the warning, and there's the timeout. We'll see what happens on 4th and goal from the 5 after this on SVI.
Our small part of making this world a better place is to try and make certain that food is abundant. Because when you don't have to worry about your next meal, you're free to pursue your dreams. And when people are free to pursue their dreams, that's exactly what they do. And all of our lives are made better for it. We're Simplot, and we want to help create better, healthier, easier to grow foods through the magic and the power of modern agriculture. Simplot, bringing Earth's resources to life.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley football.
Coach Young sends the offense back out onto the field, will not attempt the field goal. They go for it. 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. 10:33 to play in the second, and a 3-point Braves lead in the quarterfinal round against the Lander Tigers. McClure in the shotgun, 2 receivers left. High snap. McClure brings it down, has to run, throws it in the end zone, diving. Did he haul it in? Yes, touchdown. Wow. Chase Stewart. As Taft McClure was under pressure, he was being brought down as he threw the ball. It was short, so Stewart dove for it, scoops it off the turf before it hits, and the Braves put up 6 more.
Look at that again on the Fall River Propane replay. Yeah, look at Taft. He has to go up tippy toes, gets away from Weaver, and is able to lob it into Chase Stewart, who leads this team now with 12 touchdown receptions on the season.
Last BAT attempt was blocked by the Tigers. Now Merritt in to attempt another. That one's high and in, so it's 13-3. Braves by 10 in the quarterfinals on the SVI Sports Network.
Our new Star Valley Health Alpine Clinic is open and ready to meet all of your family needs. From wellness checkup to cold or flu, to sports injuries and urgent care. Our orthopedist can help you restore mobility and eliminate pain. And our experienced cardiologist can care for your heart. When you need quality health care, we're here to serve you and your family in Alpine. We'll help you feel your best, close to home.
Changing your oil with Napa Know-How. First drain it, then filter it, and fill it up with fresh Napa Synthetic. Boom, done. Now do your wife a solid and take the mother-in-law out for a Sunday drive. Mission accomplished.
Never riding with you again.
Conquer the job like you conquer life with Napa Know-How.
Here's Duke Dance, Al Erickson, and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves football.
Chase Stewart with the diving touchdown reception on 4th and goal from the 5, and Star Valley pushes the lead up to 10, 13-3 with 10:27 to go in the second quarter against the visiting Lander Tigers.
And that's also touchdown pass number 45 in his career for Taft McClure. That is a healthy number.
That is something else. Stewart's been one of his favorite targets over that course of time the last couple seasons. 10:27 to go in the second quarter, and in for the ensuing kickoff is Christoph Bueller. And back to return, standing on his goal line, is Gabe Harris. Kick is away, nice high kick from Bueller. Harris fields it at the 5, have some room to return up to the 15. Breaks a tackle and bumped down at the 25. First and 10 now for Stauffenberg and the Lander Tiger offense. They've been able to move the ball down, but they've had to settle just for one field goal so far in the game.
Yeah, I've had one blocked as well. Bailey Colgren with a nice special teams tackle right there to limit that return, but pretty decent field position here for the Tigers as they set up shop just across the 25.
Set up at the 26 is where they will spot the ball. First and 10. With 10:22 to go. Still first half, second quarter. Braves lead by 10 points, 13-3. Under center is Stauffenberg. He'll motion out of that formation. He'll step back into the shotgun. In the backfield with him is Harris on the left side. Stauffenberg rolls that direction. Under pressure, sets his feet, throws down the sideline, and underthrown and out of bounds. That's a difficult way to throw the football across your body on the run, and lots of flags in the secondary.
Yeah, there's one sitting about the 35 and then one across the 40. One of them might be holding, one of them might be interference against the Braves. We'll see what it is.
Clock is stopped right now at 10:15 as the officials convene to discuss what to do here. As it is now, 2nd and 10. And they're going to call a hold on the Braves defense.
So if I'm reading this correctly, the pass interference is not a guaranteed first down. Defensive holding is. It's only 5 yards, but it'll move the change for the Tigers. They get a fresh set of downs.
He never called a pass interference that was declined, though, so I'm wondering if both flags were holding.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
So 1st and 10 here from the 36-yard line. After the 5-yard penalty and the automatic first down, here's a straight dive ahead from the backfield, a gain of 2 yards. Brings us down to 10:05 to play in the second quarter.
Right now, the Tigers, that's their 10th carry as a team, totaling 33 yards. 3.3 yards per carry. Doing most of the damage so far has been Jack Pasquinelli. He's got 21 of those.
3 in the backfield once again for the Tigers. Under center is Stauffenberg, pitches to the outside to Harris, tries to get the corner, can't get much. He's stacked up and pushed back where progress does get him up to the 40, but it's going to be 3rd and long now for the Tigers.
Derek Asto in on the stop. I think he's been in on virtually every stop so far today.
Third down and 6 yards to go for Lander Valley with 9:18 to play in the second quarter. Ball spotted right at the 40-yard line. Left side hash mark as the Tigers huddle up.
It's kind of a crucial point in this quarter for the Tigers. They need to convert. Braves get the ball to start the third, and they're already down 10.
Under center is Stauffenberg. Play action rolling right. Sets up the screen. Backside left to Weaver. Caught, brought down, shy of the first down at the 45. He needed 6 yards, picked up 5 yards, Weaver did on the screenplay. 4th and 1.
Kaysen Hatterley and Mikkel Merritt blew that up. Kaysen number 10, Mikkel number 7. Kaysen got the lion's share of that. Otherwise, I think that would have been an easy first down. Instead, now it's 4th and short.
And I agree with Coach Scott here. You got to go for this. You're down 10 on the road as an underdog. Got to go for it from your own 45. Stauffenberg under center. Hard count. Nobody jumps. Everybody crowding the line of scrimmage. Nobody jumps again. Stauffenberg looks back to the sideline to get the call. Still out on the field as the audible comes in. Same formation under center. 4th and 1. Star Valley almost jumped but did not. And now a timeout will be called by Lander by Coach Scott. We'll be back in 60. 4th and 1 on the SVI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
4th and 1 dive, and the defense is all over it in the backfield, and Lander turns it over on downs. Dimitri Dolgarakis in the backfield to make first contact to put in a 3-yard loss on a 4th and 1.
He was in the backfield about the time the ball got there. If you take a look at this again, look at 47-52. Brandon Beck's in there too. Brandon Cook, that was a jailbreak.
So the Tigers gamble, and it does not pay off. I don't mind that gamble, though. You're down by 10 on the road as an underdog.
Oh, yeah.
Got to go for that at midfield, but the Braves defense steps up and denies it. 8:02 to play before halftime. Star Valley back with the ball. Great field position. Here's a screen to the outside. Read wonderfully, though, by the Lander defense, but the tackle broken by Krog, and he's up to the sidelines to the 40. Breaks another tackle to the 30. He was down dead to rights for a loss, and all of a sudden Wyatt Krog's running up the sideline for a big gain and a first down.
Yeah, Hunter Villard had a handful of jersey. Looked like he'd beaten the block, but then Wyatt was able to spin out of it and pick up some significant yardage up to the Lander 30.
No huddle offense again for the Braves. Hand off to Spalding, has blockers on the edge. Works it up for a first down to the 20. Cuts back inside and dives inside the 15. And then the ball is out. Ball came out at the end. Lander's pointing to say they have it. As it stands, it's a first down. No signal from the officials.
It's a big gainer, too. It's from the 30, and they're standing on about the
Looks like it stays 10. With Star Valley. So it's still Braves ball and inside the Riverside Dental red zone.
Let's watch the end of this again. Yeah, Matisse Weaver came in and punched that out. And, boy, a lot of white jerseys right there. The Braves pretty fortunate they got that back.
First and goal from the 10 after that Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down on the Spalding carry. Braves trying to extend a 10-point lead over the Tigers with 7:15 to go in the second quarter. Taft McClure shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, Spalding in the backfield. McClure looks to his left side to throw. Nobody open. Rolls out. Now sets up center. Comes back to his right. Throws into the back of the end zone. Caught wide open. And a touchdown for Jacob Hodges. Found the hole in the defense on the scramble. And McClure found him nice and easy.
10 yards out on this one, in for 6, and man, talk about great protection. The Star Valley offensive line, they are not letting Taft get a finger on him so far today.
Makes it 19-3 with 7 minutes to go before halftime. Merritt with the PAT. It's going to be good. 20-3 Braves over the Tigers on the SVI Sports Network.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is, and it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley football.
Coming back after the touchdown, and Taft McClure are able to find Hodges in the end zone. Dow, you've mentioned this a couple of times. McClure has had all kinds of time in the backfield today to roam around and find an open target. The O-line for the Braves have been fantastic so far in the first half.
Yeah, they've been watching Taft's back, and there's even been a couple of times where he's needed to scramble back there, but for the most part, yeah, he's had all day to find his target, and that time finds Jacob Hodges in the back of the end zone for 6.
Extends the lead up to 17. It's now 20-3 with 7:02 to play in our second quarter. Winner advances to the semifinal round, and this one in the quarterfinals with Star Valley on top by 17 in the first half. Kristoff will send this kick into the end zone. No, he does catch it on the 1, so it will be returnable up to the 20 and brought down near the 25-yard line. I thought Gabe Harris maybe caught that with a foot in the end, or Weaver rather on the. No, it was Harris.
I thought the same thing. I thought maybe his back foot touched the line, but the official said, nope, let's play.
He's closer than us, so we'll go with his.
He's getting paid too.
First down from the 27-yard line to go for the Tigers. They turned the ball over on downs, went for it on 4th and 1, ended up being a 3-yard tackle for loss, led by Dogorakis of the Braves. And now Lander looking at digging into this deficit. They trail by 17 with 6:57 to go in the second quarter. Back up under center is Brennan Stauffenberg. Lone back in the backfield is Pasquinelli, and a false start on the offense. That will push him back 5 yards and put him inside the 25.
First penalty of the game against the Tigers, just a 5-yard variety. And definitely some urgency needed on this drive for the Tigers, Duke. As I mentioned before, Star Valley will get possession of the football to start the third quarter. And if you're the Tigers, even if it's just a field goal, another field goal, you got to move the ball here and get the other end of the field and get some points on the board to stem the tide of what's going on.
So now 1st and 15. Same formation with Stauffenberg under center, Pasquinelli in the backfield. Hand off to Pasquinelli, and he is hit going nowhere. Brandon Cook there first to make contact. Cavalry came to assist, and no gain on the play.
Also in there, Jesse Gibson, junior, number 62. I saw him submarining down there. And, that's a big loss.
And some of his friends on the tackle.
They'll say 2nd and 15, so no loss, no gain with 6:30 to play here in the second quarter, and Lander will huddle up.
Excuse me, I got caught up looking at the sticks and forgot about the penalty. That's how long my train of thought is.
Still 20-3 on the scoreboard with Star Valley on top. Lander in a hole here. They'll motion out of the formation, go back into the shotgun with 2 receivers to the right side for Stauffenberg, waiting for the snap. Claps, gets it, has the screen, caught on the perimeter by Harris, but he can't get much out of that. Maybe a 1-yard gain as the secondary and linebacking crew collapsed on the screen, and it's 3rd and long.
Fantastic tackle there by Chase Stewart, number 87. Just like you coach it.
3rd and 14 for Lander. trying to keep themselves in this game with the clock down to 5:40 left to play in our second quarter.
Tigers 1 of 4 on third down in this first half.
Quick Battleson Brothers battle stat here for you. Complete stats coming up during the halftime. Split backs in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, no tight end. Braves come up the middle. Stauffenberg rolls left, fires downfield, caught but short of the sticks. Gabe Harris catches it on the run at the sideline. He'll be a couple yards short though, so another big decision for Coach Scott on 4th down.
Go from 4th and 13 though, Duke, to 4th and 2. That's a significant thing to think about here.
Looks like Coach Scott will kick this one away. Weaver will step back to punt. And Colin Hunsaker is going to step back to the 30-yard line to return this for the Braves. Ball at the 35-yard line and a 4th down and 2 to go. Clock is stopped at 5 minutes, 1 second to go. Braves come after the punter, but he gets it away. A wobbly kick. Hunsaker lets it bounce. It ricochets out towards the sideline and will go out of bounds at around the 34-yard line. So back out come the Braves offense with a 20-3 lead over the Tigers with 4:51 to go in the second quarter.
Braves defense has been pretty stifling so far, especially on the ground, Duke. 13 carries, just 31 yards allowed. They've forced a lost fumble and then blocked a field goal.
Shotgun once again for Taft McClure. Spalding sets up just directly behind him. Double tight end set. Throw ahead to Wyatt Krog on the motion. Nice block in the backfield. Nice block on the perimeter. Wyatt's going to pick up about 10 yards on that reception. Pushes the ball up to about the 44-yard line. We'll say just shy. No, they are going to move the sticks. Good enough for a first down.
Taft McClure now 11 of 14 in this first half, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns.
2 receivers left. McClure looks that way, throws to the flat, caught by Linford, makes a man miss, so he can't quite get away. Brought down by the ankle, and Luke Linford's going to have a reception of 7 yards, pushes it to the Lander 49-yard line.
Catch number 3 in this first half for Linford. He's got 38 yards. He, Stewart, and Krog all have over 30 yards.
Braves go no huddle. Not quite a hurry up right now, though, like they have been in previous drives. They'll look to the sideline for the play. And McClure will set the offense. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Spalding remains in the backfield. McClure will throw. Steps up in the pocket. Deep downfield looking for Krog. Caught inside the 20 and tackled inside the 10. Wyatt Krog deep down the middle of the field. And the Braves back inside the Riverside Dental red zone.
This is a terrific catch from Krog. Watch him high point this at the end with the Fall River Propane replay. He's watching this. He goes up over his man. That's just pretty. Man, Wyatt, he has just had a tremendous season. Gain of 39.
First and goal from the 10 again for the Braves with 3:48 to go before halftime. McClure back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left side. Krog is the slot. Looks to Linford in the end zone, and nobody there. A miscommunication. I think McClure thought Linford was going to keep going towards the pylon, but did not. And that's incomplete. Second and goal from the 10.
Just going back to that last catch, Duke, that gives Wyatt 72 yards on 5 catches in this first half. He needs just 27 more for 1,000 on the season.
Second down and goal from the 10. McClure will throw again. Dropping, fading, comes to his right, back to his left, shovels ahead to Spalding. Jukes a man to the 5, dives for the goal line, and he's in. What a play for Caleb Spalding out of the backfield on the shovel pass as McClure was scrambling, made a juke in the open field, got him loose for Pater in the end zone.
Yeah, that one you can see just flips it over. That was his outlet valve because everybody else covered to the point he didn't want to try and force anything in, and Caleb rewards him for taking it in from 10 yards out. 2 touchdowns in this game for Caleb Spalding, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air.
PAT is high and short, but just gets over the crossbar and is good. 27-3 Braves, SBI Sports.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more digital dilemmas.
Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit svfunzone.com for reservations. The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor
Star Valley
Kennigan
High School football on the SVI Sports Network.
Caleb Spaulding gets his second touchdown of the game on a shovel pass from McClure from the 10-yard line, and shifty moves to get inside the goal line with 3:28 left to go before halftime. Braves lead at 27-3 here in the quarterfinal round of the 3A playoffs.
Caleb Spaulding having himself a pretty nice game. 50 total yards, 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Christoph Bueller back for the ensuing kickoff. And Lander trying to get something going here late in the half. This will be a squib kick bouncing into the end zone. And it will be a touchback for Bueller. And a Tiger on the return is down. He is going to, looks like, get up and be able to walk off the field. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Lander from their own 20. 3:28 to go. And just one timeout remaining for Coach Scott. But with 3:28, there is lots of time. But Lander in this quarter has had a hard time moving the ball against this Braves defense.
Certainly have. We encourage you to keep it tuned right here. We'll have some great things for you at the halftime, including an update from Cokeville at Tongue River. We've already got a final between Buffalo and Jackson, and we'll have a bunch of other scores for you at the half.
Lander, the 3 seed from the east side, comes up off the huddle. Bunch formation. Handoff in the backfield, and nowhere to go. Braves defense slammed the door on that hole quickly. 1 yard gain on the play is it. And 2nd and 9 coming up for the Tigers.
Pascanelli was able to get some seams in that first opening possession, but other than that, it has just been, that's the 14th carry for the Tigers tonight, just 32 rushing yards.
Clock continues to roll. Lander not showing any no huddle quite yet as we go under 3 minutes before halftime. Again, no receiver set. Bunch formation, handoff in the backfield. And a pretty good push, but only a 3-yard gain after the ball carrier. That's Matisse Weaver on the carry. Can only get up to the 25-yard line. 3rd and 5 for the Tigers.
So far in this half, the Tigers 1 of 5 on 3rd down.
Clock continues to roll all the way down to 2:28 to go in the half. Lander taking their time in the huddle.
And they do have a timeout to work with. The Braves have 2.
Here's a big 3rd down for the Tigers, trying to keep themselves in this one late in the first half. Play action pass under pressure, throws it into the ground and incomplete. Bearing down on Stauffenberg was Brandon Beck, and that brings up 4th down.
And Pascanelli was right there in terms of intentional grounding or not. Number 5 was right there, ended up right at his feet. So that's actually a really nice play by Stauffenberg to save his team some yardage.
But it does bring up 4th down. And 4th and 5 from your own 25, and Coach Scott will have to punt this one away back to the Braves offense with still 2:10 remaining in the half. Hunsaker and Krog back to return the punt. High wobbly spiral. Krog calls for the fair catch and can't bring it in. Muffed it. Loose ball. Still loose, and Star Valley will get it. Somehow deflecting off of several players. And Krog, ironically enough, is the one to come up and get it after he tried to dive for the fair catch call.
Well, as you don't say stuff like this, but the Braves did not deserve to recover this one. You can see right there, Hunsaker dives in, and Lander's got to be looking at this going, seriously, how did we not come up with that ball?
They almost had a chance with great field position and 2 minutes left, but instead, Star Valley has good field position from their own 45-yard line. 4 receivers set for Taft McClure in the shotgun. Lander rushes 4, caught by Hodges on the outside, breaks a tackle up to the 30. Tough running after catch for Jacob Hodges, and a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down inside the 35-yard line. Braves go no huddle again.
Gain of 23 yards there.
McClure calls the play with 2 receivers to his right, 1:50 and counting to go here in the second quarter. McClure looks to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, back to his left side, still looking downfield, and still with time. Now rolls back to his right side. Comes back, and now he's going to tuck it and run with room down to the 25 and ducks out of bounds and right at the 25-yard line. And McClure will run that for a 6-yard gain, but about a 50-yard sprint back and forth, left to right and back to right.
Yeah, he put in his steps on his pedometer on that one, or the iWatch, whatever. I'm dating myself here a bit there.
The clock stops at 1:36 after the out-of-bounds run by Taft McClure. 2nd down and 4 to go. McClure fires outside, caught by Linford, but tackled immediately. Real close to the first down, though, just shy of the 20-yard line. And the clock is rolling at 1:24 to go. And they move the chains. That will be enough for, nope, they will hold the chains. 3rd down and short for the Braves. 3rd and inches. And the ball's loose. And McClure's brought down. He tried to hand off to Spalding. They fumble on the handoff, and McClure has to go down and pick up the ball. Now it's 4th and long after the miscue on 3rd and inches and a timeout taken.
Number 55, Caleb Hamilton, in there to make sure Taft had nothing else to do other than just try and grab that ball. Good pressure there from Hamilton.
Pushes the ball back to the 29. We'll see what Coach Young does here when we come back in 30 on the SBI Sports Network.
Corey and the staff at Miles CPA would like to say thank you to the community of Star Valley for the wonderful support provided over the last 16 years.
Go Braves! Live coverage of Braves football continues now on the SBI Sports Network.
Coming out of the timeout, it will be Star Valley football. They had 3rd and inches, but a fumble in the backfield makes it 4th down and 8. And the offense will be out there for Coach Young. He'll go for it here. He is up 27-3 on the scoreboard with 1:06 to go before halftime.
Be a 46-yarder if he opts to do that, but it doesn't look like they're looking that way. And in this position, inside the 40, you got 4 guys you can throw it to, plus a guy out of the backfield. Yeah, you might as well take a stab at it.
Ball sitting right at the 29-yard line for the Braves offense, looking at a 4th down and 8. Lander defense hoping to capitalize on the Braves' miscue that put him in this situation. McClure in the shotgun. Receivers on the right, one to his left is Krog. McClure looks to throw, pump fakes, now pressured, hit as he throws a duck, and it comes down incomplete. Luckily it wasn't picked, but either way, it's going to be Lander football after the turnover, after that was one of the first times McClure was hit in the backfield.
And he gets up a little gingerly. He felt that one. Wyatt Krog just about comes up with it, working his way back. A collision here as Taft gets hit as he throws by number 5. I think it took just enough off that pass by Pasquinelli. The hit from Pasquinelli and leaves it just short, and Krog unable to get his hands under it.
So now the Tigers have a chance here before halftime. The ball spotted on their own 29-yard line. They trail Star Valley in this quarterfinal game by a score of 27-3. One timeout in Coach Scott's back pocket if he chooses to use it here. He'll go trips to the left side with Stauffenberg in the shotgun. He looks to throw to his left, fires down the field, caught for a first down, and running is Weaver up to the 45 and across to about the 46-yard line. Moves to change with 53.6 to go in the half.
Gain of 17. Weaver again with the stiff arm right there.
So quickly back to the line as the clock rolls once the chains are set. Down to 45 seconds. Stauffenberg to throw. Has the screen caught by Pasquinelli up the sideline and out of bounds after, no, not out of bounds, but he does pick up the first down. The clock continues to roll inside the 45-yard line.
Yeah, about 14 yards on that.
So first down and 10 with Lander moving the ball now late here in the half. 33 seconds and counting. They've got to get a big play here, though, with the clock down to 30. They do have this timeout. Stauffenberg throws to the left side, down the sideline, and intercepted by the Braves. Taken away by Brogue. He comes back with it to the 30 and brought down and out of bounds. Beautiful coverage by Bridger Brogue, the senior. And he just reaches up and ends the drive with 18 seconds left.
Looked like a pretty good pass here from Stauffenberg. Yeah, Brogue just went up and snatched it. The pass was maybe just a hair underthrown, intended for Joel Bever.
So 1st and 10 coming back the other way. Lander was moving the ball, but a defense turns it over. Gets the ball back in 18 seconds. And Coach Young looks like he's going to spread out the offense still here late in the game, late in the half, with a score of 27-3. And here's McClure to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Airs it deep down the middle. Hodges comes back and has the catch.
That is
And Hodges tackled inside the 35-yard line, and a flag in the backfield to boot. The clock will stop with the flag at 9.6.
This is as blatant a roughing the passer as you're going to get. This thing is gone. They're looking downfield, and then they still decide to spin him down to the ground. That is a no-brainer of a call. The official's right there to see it. And you don't like to see plays like that.
Star Valley gets the pick, and now the penalty at the end of that big throw, and suddenly the Braves in business again with 9.6 seconds to go in this half. The penalty pushes the ball inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Coach Young has one timeout, so he does have a chance to do something here and then maybe call the timeout if needed. Now they're actually going to roll the clock, and Coach Young's going to have to call that timeout. So we'll take it as well. And be back here in 30 seconds. There's 8.6 seconds left to go. Braves looking at a 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line on the SBI Sports Network.
Live coverage of this broadcast made possible because of Miles Beverage Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Star Valley and UW Athletics. Wyoming Minuteman Supply, guns and ammo, camping gear, licenses, and more. The Box Y Lodge, nestled high in the mountains, we offer the experience of a lifetime. Swift 98.7, Star Valley's hit music station. And by Star Valley Skidoo and Quick Lube, they repair it all and make it purr.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming back out of the Star Valley timeout, they're going to put 9.6 seconds on the clock. And Star Valley will be out of timeouts here. And it looks like the offense will stay out on the field. So if you can get a quick play out of bounds, maybe have a chance for 2 plays. Other than that, you got to be looking at the end zone from 17 yards out. Empty backfield for Taft McClure in the shotgun set. McClure looks to throw. All routes in the end zone. Goes to the corner and caught by Hodges on his fingertips. And it's a touchdown for Jacob Hodges with his toes on the out-of-bounds line and hauled it in on the tips of his fingers. What a catch for Jacob Hodges.
Let's look at this,
the Braves score.
We may have a terrific angle here at the end zone. 17 yards out. Let's watch this again.
Holy moly, look at that.
Doesn't get much better than that. Hats off to our camera crew. That is that's a pro-level replay right there. Nice job.
What a play, what a catch. The Braves score with 3.8 seconds left in the half. The PAT is good, and just like that, it's 34-3. Braves, SVI Sports.
You know, I've been thinking that commentating is not that tough.
Really?
Yeah, I think we can do it.
You think so?
Wow. That is a smooth finish.
I am speechless. As she moves in, stalking the dum-dums. Critical play for the organization. Look at that skill.
Focus. Focus.
Finger dexterity.
Focus.
On its finest display here.
Focus! They're to the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, they're gonna go all the way!
It's a touchdown!
Yeah!
Duke and Dow got nothing on us!
Yeah!
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Ensuing kickoff on the way after Jacob Hodges made an NFL-style touchdown reception at the sideline. And ensuing kickoff is bouncing around and going to be fielded by Lander. They just fall on it after that one was rolling all over the field. And there's down just 3.2 seconds to go. But holy cow, Hodges, put that on your highlight reel.
It doesn't get any better than that. I mean, and it's just amazing how much more control these kids have than what they did. You go back to last year, and someone talked Jacob into coming out and playing football. And, you know, how much he grew last year over the course of the season. Now he's out here making catches like that. Absolutely phenomenal.
First down and 10 for Lander as they are in a hole, 34-3. Star Valley on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. And we'll see what Coach Scott does here. He may just take a knee and put this one into the locker room.
By the way, Duke, another ho-hum 4-touchdown half for Taft McClure.
It is a handoff up the middle and a pretty good push, but that will take us to the end of the first half after about a 6-yard gain. Star Valley leads it big in this quarterfinal round of the 3A football playoffs. Your Star Valley Health halftime show coming up with the Braves leading the visiting Lander Tigers by a score of 34-3 on the SVI Sports Network.
Corey and the staff at Miles CPA would like to say thank you to the community of Star Valley for the wonderful support provided over the last 16 years.
Go Braves!
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Brandon Cook on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Brandon.
Brandon Cook, son of Annie and Justin Cook, senior, offensive and defensive line, Afton, Wyoming. Braves Nation, let's ride.
Tailback draw. Miller tries to bounce it outside, but cannot. Can't get in the corner, and he's tackled for a 1-yard loss.
So Brandon Cook was in there. Physical therapy has been helping people get healthy for over 20 years. With offices in both Afton and Thane, they are ready to help you. Now certified in dry needling, the staff at Aspen Physical Therapy invites you to get back to work, to play, to life. Call 885-4APT or 883-4477 and get started today. Aspen Physical Therapy, a proud supporter of Star Valley and UW Athletics.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Halftime coverage is made possible by Star Valley Health, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. Visit starvalleyhealth.org.
With the Star Valley Health halftime show, 34-3 is your score. Star Valley out on top here at Star Valley High School. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson with you right now. Star Valley Brave Cadets just performed. Now the Brave Cadets and the cheerleaders both taking the field together. This program, of course, being recorded, and you can view it in its entirety. We'll upload it immediately following this game, and you can catch it here on the SVI Sports Network right after this game is over with this full halftime performance. Dow Braves up big here, 34-3 in this half, and it was big plays for the Braves, defense and offense that have set this thing up for them.
Well, and the special teams, too, at the blocked field goal, kind of starting things off. But, yeah, they've set each other up. And then just the confidence level is through the roof for this Star Valley offense. You saw that on that last little drive. They had 40 yards, 50 yards to go, one timeout in less than 20 seconds, and you could just kind of see that they were going to do something with it. And then they put another one in the end zone. Basically, this one's done at half.
34-3 is your score during the Star Valley Health halftime show. Let's dig into this score deep in the numbers with your Battleson Brothers battle stats.
Looking at the numbers first for the Lander Tigers, Brendan Stauffenberg, 8 of 13 in that first half, 101 yards through the air. Did throw one interception. The Tigers also lost a fumble, and then you had that blocked field goal, which was going to be a turnover on downs anyway. But looking at the receiving numbers, Gabe Harris doing most of the damage, 4 catches, 42 yards. Jack Pasquinelli has a catch for 14 yards. Matisse Weaver, 2 catches, 43 yards. On the ground, it's just been tough sledding against the Star Valley defense. 16 carries, 42 yards for the Tigers in that first half. Total of 143 yards in that first half, and 2 turnovers, 2 conventional turnovers. Meanwhile, the Braves offense, they really were not slowed down except for that very first possession where they had to punt, which seems like a year ago. Taft McClure going 18 of 23, 241 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's the 5th game this year, Duke. He's had at least 4 touchdowns in a game. He has the school record of 7 in a game, which he set earlier this season. Doing most of the damage, Jacob Hodges, 5 catches, 92 yards, 2 of them through the air, including that toe tapper right there before the half. Wyatt Krog, 5 catches, 72 yards. Luke Winford, 4 for 41. On the ground, the Braves got some production from Caleb Spalding early on, but they really haven't had to. And 10 carries, 50 yards. Spalding has a receiving and a rushing touchdown. And Bridger Brogue, an interception. Wiley Wilkes, a fumble recovery. Derek Castle, a blocked field goal. It's just been all Star Valley in this first half.
That's a look at your Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home battle stats. At the half, Star Valley Pep Band with the Brave Cadets and the cheerleaders all performing at a half. That one's being fully recorded. We'll have it uploaded immediately following the game to watch it in its entirety. At the half, presented by Star Valley Health, Braves lead 34-3 on the SVI Sports Network.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
This is Corey Fromm with the LCST2 Education Foundation. If you graduated within the past 20 years and received some scholarship money from the Education Foundation and it helped you in your higher education, then we would like to hear your story on how it helped. Please contact Deb Wolfley at 307-887-7537.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Back at Star Valley High School with the Star Valley Health Halftime Show. The Braves leading here by a score of 34-3 in this quarterfinal game against the visiting Lander Tigers. Duke Dance and Dal Erickson here with you. And Dal, let's take a look at some other scores going on around the state as of right now.
Well, we do have quite a few finals in the 2A class. Cokeville pulling off the upset, and they go up and shut out the Tongue River Eagles 17-0. The Cokeville defense compiling 5 interceptions against Tongue River, according to our friend Aaron Feely, who went up and covered that game. So the Panthers moving on into the 2A semifinals for the first time since they moved into the 2A class full-time. Lyman surviving Burns early today, 23-20. Same thing with Bighorn as they survived Mountain View, 28-26. So the only game left in 2A. Level in Newcastle. That one hasn't yet kicked off. They kick off at 7. Some scores in the 3A class. Buffalo knocking off Jackson. I guess I shouldn't say knocking off. That was the expected outcome, but Buffalo winning that one. 21-10 was the final. No score yet between Cody and Warland and Douglas and Powell. Those just barely getting underway. And then, of course, this one 34-3 at the half. Looking in Class 4A, Sheridan leading Laramie 7-0 early on. Central leading Thunder Basin 7-0. Natrona County leading Campbell County 7-0. And Cheyenne East leading Rock Springs 7-0. That's a look at some scores here on your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
It's all part of the Star Valley Health halftime show. 34-3 is your current score with the Braves on top in this one. Let's send it down to the field for a halftime summary and the Miles CPA sideline report to Gabe Daniel. Gabe.
Hey, thanks, Duke. It's a little chilly down there. If you have a coat and you want to send it down, that'd be great. Coach Young thought it was a really good first half for his guys. He thought Lander came out with a good plan, but he was really proud of the way that his guys responded. He's really excited to see really great momentum with his guys, especially because that's a great part of a championship run. The Star Valley team definitely looks like they're state caliber, and it'll be exciting to watch them all the way to the finish. Thanks, Duke. Back to you.
Thank you, Gabe Daniel, with the Miles CPA sideline report. Miles CPA located in Afton and in Alpine here as part of the Star Valley Health halftime show. Now, before we go to break, how about your trivia question here for us at the half? Anyone that thinks they may have an answer to this question, you can text in the answer to our studio text-in line at 307-203-4637. First correct answer is good enough for a couples combo at Skyview Lanes and Cineplex in Afton. 203-4637.
I might have made this one too hard, but if people were paying attention at the beginning of the season, they'll get this one, Duke. So, question is, how many career wins does McKay Young have for Star Valley High School as head coach? Use that number, as you mentioned, 203-4637, and you have a chance to win yourselves a couples combo from Skyview Lanes. Go see Black Adam.
Nice, maybe a hint. This is his 7th year as head coach, right?
Something along those
7th year. So if you want to maybe use that in your mouth.
All right, 7th year, and he's now 3rd all time on the winningest list for Star Valley. If that helps.
203-4637. If you think you know the answer for the trivia question here at the half, Braves lead 34-3, and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SBI Sports Network.
Our small part of making this world a better place is to try and make certain that food is abundant. Because when you don't have to worry about your next meal, you're free to pursue your dreams. And when people are free to pursue their dreams, that's exactly what they do. And all of our lives are made better for it. We're Simplot, and we want to help create better, healthier, easier to grow foods through the magic and the power of modern agriculture. Simplot, bringing Earth's resources to life.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Today, we're going to play a little mini game called Whose is Whose. One of these individuals spent 13 years building equity in their home. The other spent a few weeks selling the home. So, whose stack is whose? Yeah, that doesn't seem right to us either. You worked hard to maintain and increase your home's value. Shouldn't you see that value when you sell it?
Assist to sell, full service with savings, 886-4990.
This is Braves football and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SBI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health halftime show on the SBI Sports Network with the Braves leading this one 34-3. Now let's take a look at your Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game and see how Star Valley has fared so far.
Well, key number one, they've certainly done to a T. Score early and often because this isn't a Lander team you want to hang around. The Braves have certainly done that, although they did punt on their opening possession. You have to go back to that. They didn't punt after that, scoring 34 points in the first half. Limit the big plays to Harris and Weaver. Each of those two receivers had what I would consider to be a big play in that first half, but neither of them ended up in the end zone. Create at least 2 turnovers. They've already done that, and allow less than 3 yards per carry running the ball in that first half. 16 carries, 42 yards. So they have done that to this point. That's under 3 yards per carry. So far, so good on the Rocky Mountain Yeti. Keys to the game.
Legend driven, located in Afton. Find Rocky Mountain Yeti also online at RockyMountainYeti.group. Still waiting both teams to come out of the locker rooms as the sun has begun to set in Star Valley, and the lights are on for the second half here at Braves Field. And Dal, that was just a great half all around for Star Valley fans. Lander had a couple of drives in the first quarter that ended in a blocked field goal and then a turnover on downs, only coming away with 3 points, and it hit the 1 field goal. But that second quarter defense for Star Valley really made things difficult on the Tiger offense.
Well, the Tigers have some really good athletes. We talk about Weaver and Harris and Stauffenberg. They've got some good ones. But, Patrick Schmidt kind of mentioned it this morning, Duke, when we were talking about the Braves have capable athletes at virtually every position right now. This is a really good team, and they're the one team that can probably challenge Cody, what we've seen. And right now, I think they're just getting outmanned. The Tigers are by the depth of the Star Valley team. They're able to just keep plugging guys in at every position, and the Tigers, their main guys are doing what they can, but they just they don't have the firepower.
Star Valley on the field. Landers coming this direction. It's part of the Star Valley Health Halftime Show. How about the answer to your trivia question? See if anyone gets that couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Well, the answer is 60. His win in Jackson last week was his 60th win as a Star Valley head coach. He trails now only Robert Linford, who has the all-time 83, and Jerry Hart, who had 82, which means his win last week in Jackson, Duke, he now has one more win than the great Lou Monson. We talk about Lou Monson and the standard he set in the 60s. McKay Young now has one more win than him, so pretty impressive. Congratulations to Coach Young. He's got 60 and moving towards 61 here heading into the second half.
Well, we didn't get anybody correct, but we had someone close. We had quite a few in the ballpark. Someone texted in 55. That was the closest one, so we'll give that person the couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
That's close enough.
Phone number ends in 1128. Congratulations, you texted in 55 in the winner tonight for our trivia question. 3 minutes on the clock to let warm-up time. We'll be back in 2 minutes to wrap up our Star Valley Health Halftime Show. Braves lead in the quarterfinal round, 34-3 at the half on the SVI Sports Network.
Our new Star Valley Health Alpine Clinic is open and ready to meet all of your family needs. From wellness checkup to cold or flu, to sports injuries and urgent care. Our orthopedist can help you restore mobility and eliminate pain. And our experienced cardiologist can care for your heart. When you need quality health care, we're here to serve you and your family in Alpine. We'll help you feel your best, close to home.
Changing your oil with Napa Know-How. First drain it, then filter it, and fill it up with fresh Napa Synthetic. Boom, done. Now do your wife a solid and take the mother-in-law out for a Sunday drive. Mission accomplished.
Never riding with you again.
Conquer the job like you conquer life with Napa Know-How.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, Chevys, Patterson Brothers Flooring.
Halftime coverage is made possible by Star Valley Health, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. Visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Wrapping up your Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network with the Braves leading the Lander Valley Tigers by a score of 34-3 in Afton. And the quarterfinal round. We'll get you a score on the other semifinal game when we can, when it's posted. That Douglas-Powell game didn't kick off until an hour later after this one. So the winner of this game will play the winner of that one. If Douglas wins, then it would be in Douglas. If Powell can pull off the upset, then if this score holds, it would be in Star Valley for that semifinal game.
Which would be quite a pleasant surprise.
Braves fans cheering on the Panthers, so Star Valley gets a home semi, but we'll see how it goes. And we are ready to wrap up the Star Valley Health halftime show. Find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. Discounted mammogram screenings continue through the month of October, so just a couple days left to get that done. Star Valley will get the opening kickoff, and Lander kicks off from the south to the north, and another booming kick.
Heck.
Boy, I tell you what, Matisse Weaver. He has a leg. That one way through the back of the end zone.
I am not a scout. I don't ever profess to be, but if you're a special teams scout looking for the next level, holy smoly, this kid can boot it.
Back through the end zone again, and Star Valley will come out on offense first with that big lead early on, 34-3 on first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Taft McClure will come out in the shotgun set to open up the half. Spalding's played tailback the entire game. He'll be out there, and a quick pass in the flat caught by Stewart rather. Yards after catch makes it a first down. No, it's Hodges. Somebody out there caught the football, and Jacob Hodges comes up with it.
That's what I was going to say. Somebody caught that ball. That puts Jacob over 100 yards for the game.
And moves the chains after an 11-yard pickup, first and 10. Now at the 31-yard line, out route again. This time it is caught by Stewart and runs after catch, makes another first down for the Braves. Moving the ball again against the Lander defense, tackled at the 48-yard line.
And that's a gain of 27? Is that right? No, 17.
First and 10 from the Star Valley 47-yard line. Couple 10-plus yard pickups through the air for Star Valley to open the half. McClure will throw again. Looks center field, intercepted back the other way is Harris. He's to the 40, he's to the 30, just has a man to beat to the 10, 5, touchdown, pick 6 for the Tigers. As McClure was throwing down the center, Harris jumps the route. That's back the other way for the pick 6 and the Tigers' first touchdown of the game.
Let's look at this again. Taft kind of staring down his man, which was Chase Stewart. And yeah, Gabe Harris just steps right in front, and he is gone. About 60 yards, Duke? Is that what you said? Looks like he caught it about the 40.
Yeah.
And he was gone Johnson.
So Matisse Weaver comes in for the first PAT of the game. He's 23 of 24 on the season on extra points. It's good, but a flag. And they're going to say offsides on the defense. And so that pushes the ball closer. And maybe if you're John Scott, you go for 2 now. Yeah, they'll go half the distance to the goal. Tigers trailing 34-9 currently. And we'll see what Coach Scott decides to do for Lander Valley. And it looks like he'll just stay with the PAT and try and make this a 24-point game.
Technically a 3-possession game with this PAT.
Matisse Weaver will set up one more time for the extra point.
We know he's got the leg.
Yeah, certainly can do the distance. Didn't need that yard and a half closer. That one's almost to the bus garage. In fact, they had someone clear back there at the fence line to pull that in. It is good, 34-10, Braves.
here's Duke Dance, Dal Erickson, and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves football.
Pick 6 for the Tiger defense. Gabe Harris takes it to the house, and Lander pulls to within 3 possessions to open up the third quarter. It's now 34-10 on the SVI Sports Network. Ensuing kickoff is, guess what? Touchback. And almost got that through the uprights.
Weaver's got the people in the box here, they're urging him to kick this through the uprights because he's close.
Touchback again, and it's 1st and 10 for the Braves. That was a big play by Lander because McClure and the offense, they were moving the ball, had 2 big back-to-back pass plays for 10-plus yards, and then all of a sudden, Harris ends it.
Well, and the next thing you know, you look up the scoreboard, Duke, you got double digits. It's a momentum builder.
McClure will throw again here on 1st down in the next possession. Flushed out of the pocket. In trouble, rolling to his right. He'll tuck it and run and does get positive yards. He's bumped out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. And it will be a pickup of about 5 for McClure on the carry.
Taft with 4 carries, 10 yards. That does include a couple of tackles for loss, but so far he's been able to keep it in the positive during this ball game.
Wyatt Krog lines up wide to the right side for the Braves offense. 2 receivers on the left. McClure will throw, screen out to the left, caught by Linford, and he does have the 1st down. Broken tackle for 5 more, still pushing his feet until he's driven backwards. Forward progress will give him all the way up to the 35-yard line for a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton 1st down.
Gain of 10 for Luke. He's got 5 catches, 51 yards on the night. Taft is now pushing 300 yards as a passer. I've got him at 279.
No biggie.
Yeah, well, for him it hasn't been, but historically that has been a rare number for Star Valley High School quarterbacks.
Some confusion for the Braves offense as Linford and Huntsaker both come in late. And the clock continues to roll. Star Valley still has time to get set. Empty backfield and a 5-receiver set here for McClure and the Braves offense. Man in motion, sets up 4 receivers right, sets up this bubble screen, caught by Krog. He's whipped around, dives forward, still spinning, gets his leg pulled up, and he'll be brought down after a 7-yard gain on the bubble screen for Wyatt Krog.
You mentioned about a 7-yarder, and some of those you kind of hold your breath because at some point you're not going to get any more yardage, but you kind of expose yourself just by the way that the tackle comes in. Wyatt okay there.
Krog, or the offense, and the Braves going hurry-up offense here. 2nd down and 3 across the 45. Work it to the left, caught by Spalding. Nice juke again for the 1st down and across the 50. That was a big move in the open field to get away from the defense and move the chains.
Caleb's looked really good out of the backfield today. That one for 11.
Pushes the ball inside Lander Valley territory with 9:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Braves up by a score of 24 points, 34-10. Braves line up with McClure again in the shotgun. Spalding remains in the backfield. Taft steps up in the pocket, flushed out again, and this time he is sacked. Can't get away. And he will get back to the line of scrimmage, so no sack, no loss, no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Matisse Weaver right there. And those are the ones where Taft's got to be maybe a little more aware of that guy coming back when he steps through the pocket. He's done such a good job of learning that this year and stepping in. But that right there, that could have been a real big hit.
So McClure remains in the shotgun. Looks to throw, fading back, rolling to his left, and sets up the screen, caught by Stewart, pushes his way across the 45, dives to the 42 to set up a 3rd and about 4 yards to go, maybe even 5 yards to go for the offense of Star Valley.
Catch number 5 for Chase Stewart.
Clock rolls down to 8:24 to play in the 3rd quarter.
That does put Taft over 300 yards passing for the game. That is his 6th such game this season.
McClure looks to throw again from the shotgun. Has a man in motion. That's Krog. Play action pass. Taft rolling to his right, back to his left, throws backside and caught to a diving Stewart. That was a nice catch by Chase to come back to his quarterback and haul that one in on the slide to move the chains on 3rd and 5.
About 7 more. The Tigers are being a lot more aggressive here, and they've almost gotten to Taft a couple of times. It's kind of necessitated him moving around, and it's put more pressure on the receivers to come in and do their jobs for a shorter gain.
Now 1st and 10 with Star Valley moving the ball inside Lander territory from the Tiger 34-yard line. Here's a screen again to Krog, this time on the left. Makes a man miss in the backfield. And up the sideline to the 20, down to the 10. They try and push him out. He dives to the pylon, and he is down at the 1. Maybe even the 2-yard line. Wyatt Krog showing off his speed and almost scores on the screen.
About 34 yards on that one. Well, 33 officially.
7:35 and counting to go here in the third quarter of play. First to goal from the 2-yard line. And in comes Tristan Hilton and the jumbo package.
So Duke, with that reception, Wyatt Krog over 1,000 yards receiving this season.
Incredible.
What an amazing season. That's never happened in school history. Tonight he has 7 catches, 112 yards. All he's missing is the touchdown.
Spalding in the I formation, but a whistle and a timeout taken by Star Valley, taken by Lander, and we'll be back in 60 on SVI.
Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch in Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center, The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming back after the timeout, Star Valley looking at a 1st and goal from the 2 after Wyatt Krog took the screen up the sideline and almost scores. Hilton remains under center here in the goal line package. Turn and hand off to, how about the touchdown from Kason Hatterley? Misdirection in the backfield. I bid on the play fake myself, and Hatterley scoops around from the tight end right and scores.
I believe that's his first touchdown of his career.
Here's a good look at it on the Fall River Propane replay. You can see Hatterley number 10 into the end zone.
Gibson there to escort him in. Here you are, sir. 6 points for you.
Comes with 7:01 to play in the third. PAT for Merritt is good. 41-10 Braves on the SVI Sports Network.
Corey and the staff at Miles CPA would like to say thank you to the community of Star Valley for the wonderful support provided over the last 16 years.
Go Braves!
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Brandon Cook on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Brandon.
Brandon Cook, son of Annie and Justin Cook, senior, offensive and defensive line, Afton, Wyoming. Braves Nation, let's ride.
Tailback draw. Miller tries to bounce it outside, but cannot. Can't get in the corner, and he's tackled for a 1-yard loss.
Say Brandon Cook was in there.
Here's Duke Dance, Dal Erickson, and the SVI Sports Crew with more live coverage of Braves football.
Kason Hatterley gets his touchdown tonight from 2 yards out, and the Braves lead now 41-10 with 7:01 left to play in the third quarter in this quarterfinal round of playoff football. Bueller will lead this ensuing kickoff short, fielded at about the 17-yard line as Weaver runs it all the way to the right side and does get up to the 30-yard line. And that's going to set up this Tiger offense with the 1st and 10. And 6:49 to go in the third quarter, and a big hole here again for Lander. They have a field goal in the game. Their lone touchdown came on a defensive pick six, so the Braves offense has kept this Lander Valley offense out of the end zone so far tonight.
And it's just been, honestly, Duke, there's only been 2 teams that have been able to run the ball against the Star Valley defense this season. One was the Sugar Salem Diggers over in Idaho, and the other one was the Cody Bronx. And so the bottom line is you got to be able to run the ball against this team to win, and right now it's just been too tough.
Stoffberg with a quarterback keeper, hit in the backfield and dragged down. Beck on the tackle for no gain on the play.
Brandon Beck, one of the team leaders right from the first snap of this season. He's come in and just put on a great show from that linebacker spot, but man, what a loaded linebacking core the Braves have with him, Derek Astle, as well as Grant Thompson. Brandon Cook goes back there sometimes.
2nd down and 9. They'll actually give Stauffenberg about a yard on that last carry. He'll throw this time, hits the flat, caught, and diving up to about the 40-yard line, close to a first down. Bridger Brogue will get the tackle, but Matisse Weaver will move the chains for the Lander Valley Tigers. 1st and 10 now from the 40.
Yeah, gained about 10 yards there for Weaver. He's now got 3 catches for 53 yards, 10 yards on the ground for a total of 63 yards, and he's kicked that 34-yard field goal.
Stauffenberg again in the shotgun with 2 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. Tight end on the right side as well. Hard count, and Lander's going to move and jump off sides. Well, they're going to say
it's like it's going to be against the Braves.
Defense. Yeah, they'll say defense went first.
This has been a very clean game. Just the 4th total penalty in this game. 3rd one on the Braves for 15 yards. The Tigers have just 1 for 5 yards. All procedural stuff, so maybe it's because it's so cold everybody's trying to keep their hands in their pockets. I don't know.
So it sets up a 1st down and 5 for Lander Valley from their own 45-yard line. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Braves still up big by a score of 41-10. Stauffenberg shotgun, low snap, picks it up, hands off to Pasquinelli, and he's hit and driven and will be pushed backwards.
Wow.
Forward progress gets him a 3-yard gain, but he's tackled all the way back inside the 45.
Yeah, that one they just kind of kept on running to the sideline.
Brandon Beck, Brandon Cook.
The Brandons.
Both in there. Wesley Turner also in on that one.
Mikkel Merritt coming in late.
Pretty much the whole front 7.
Not late, but just late tackle. Late.
Late to the party, right? Yeah. 2nd down and 3 now for Lander Valley. Trips to the right side. Stauffenberg again in the shotgun. Braves show pressure up the middle, and they come. Screen caught on the right side. 1st down, Lander Valley, and running across the 45 and down near the 41-yard line. 1st down for the Tigers with the reception hauled in by Gabe Harris.
That was a well-designed play there and well executed as well. From the 47 to the 41, so call it a gain of 12 there for Gabe Harris. That's his 5th catch of the night, and he's got 54 yards.
Clock rolls down to 4:40 left to play in our third quarter. 1st and 10 here for Lander from their own 41-yard line. Shotgun set again for Stauffenberg. Low snap again, picks it up, hands off up the middle, picks up about 3, and the defense stacks him up and pushes Pasquinelli back again. Set up 2nd down and roughly 7 now for Lander.
I believe that's Wesley Turner there, bottom of the pile. Wesley, another senior on this team, number 56.
Clock continues to tick here as we inch closer to the end of the third quarter. 4 minutes still to go in the third. Star Valley still leading 41-10, and a 2nd down and 7 up and coming for Lander. Shotgun for Stauffenberg. Braves almost went
wow.
early.
I was expecting the flag there. They got it that time.
And that's going to be a false start on the offense, though. The ball was snapped. The ball kind of went rolling back. They're going to call that on Lander Valley.
Yeah, in fact, that almost looked like Stauffenberg put his hands up in the sky. It's like, are you seriously not going to call that? But that's the way it went.
Sets up 2nd and 12 now for the Tigers.
There was one of those in the first half that went against the Tigers, and then the Braves ended up scoring on that drive, and I'm sure Coach Scott is remembering that one too.
Now backed up to their own 48-yard line. Split backs with Stauffenberg in the shotgun. They look to the side, get to play Weaver and Harris in the backfield. One on either side, and there's going to be a timeout called by Lander. We'll be back in 60 on the SBI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Live coverage of Braves football continues now on the SBI Sports Network.
After the Lander timeout, Tigers looking at a 2nd down and 12 back at their own 48-yard line. This time under center is Stauffenberg. Quick throw out to the right side. Pitch back to Stauffenberg. He's going to try and run it. Spins away from a tackle, but only picks up a few yards on the play as Coach Scott draws up the trickeration with the pitch lateral back to the quarterback, and it results in a 3-yard play. Credit the Braves defense for sticking with that because it was a quick throw out to the right side, lateral back to the quarterback.
I've never seen that before. I've seen the lateral back and then the quarterback throws it.
Yeah. But it was clearly he was going to run that. He never looked downfield to throw. So.
Yeah, that was a designed run, and I haven't seen that one before.
3rd down and 9. Puts the ball at the 40-yard line. Clock down to 2:33 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Duke, everybody thinks they can call plays until you do one, and then now you're facing 3rd and 9. It's like, hey, what's your next one?
Man in motion here for Stauffenberg. That's Harris. He'll set up slot left. Stauffenberg looks to Harrison as he throws it, intercepted on the dive by the Star Valley defense. Brought in by Derek Astle on the pick. Full out dive and scooped it up, and
there was Star
Valley football.
There was Brandon Cook with the pressure as he gets in the grill here of Brendan Stauffenberg. Watch for number 50. He gets in there and affects that pass, and Derek Astle with an interception. He's already blocked a field goal and forced a fumble tonight, so Derek putting on quite a defensive show.
Something you didn't see on camera, Dow, one of the Lander players gets a cramp, and you see Star Valley players running to help him stretch. One of those being Derek Astle after he gets the interception. Threw the ball to the official and sprinted back.
Hey. Because it sucks, man, especially when it's cold. Probably like, I got you, buddy.
So that Lander player now getting attention from his own coaching staff. But a big play again for Derek Astle getting the interception. He has a field goal block today. Plenty of tackles as well. And a big game for that linebacker once again.
And I'm pretty sure I wrote it down for him. I had him as a forced fumble there on that recovery from Wiley Wilkes back in the 1st quarter. Here's this play again on the Fall River Propane replay. See Brandon Cook with the pressure. Stauffenberg gets affected and ends up being kind of a short duck over the top. Yeah, and I think this is, they're just checking. I think I'm with you, Duke. I think they're just trying to stretch that leg out.
2 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the 3rd. We'll take an injury timeout here. We'll be back in 30 seconds with Star Valley looking at 1st and 10 after the pick.
Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVI Local. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVI Local for the locals only discount. Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horseshoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, Western shirt.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
Live coverage of Braves football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Matisse Weaver, the injured Lander Valley Tiger, and he is able to get up and walk off the field under his own power. That came after Star Valley intercepted Stauffenberg. Derek Astle gets the pick, sets up Star Valley 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Braves up big, 41-10, late third quarter. Handoff up the middle, and a carry of a couple of yards for Caleb Spalding. Pushes the ball up to about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that's just carry number 7 for Caleb. I don't think he's carried the ball since early in the first quarter.
Clock rolls down to 1:58. Here's a live look in on Powell Douglas, and Powell winning this one in the second quarter, late second, 7-0.
Wow,
Powell on top.
They're almost at halftime.
And here's another handoff in this game to Spalding, and a late flag comes in. And it looks like some helmet contact is what's going to be called here. Braves fans cheering for the Panthers, because if this score holds, that means Star Valley will get to host a semifinal playoff game next week instead of hitting the road to Douglas.
Penalty is against Star Valley. So they'll walk this off. The flag sitting about the 42. And I still haven't seen, okay, it's a hold. So it's really only a 1-yard gain. So that's the first holding penalty we've seen tonight on either team.
The hold was deep down the field past where the tackle occurred, so it does push the ball inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line and redo second down. Looking now at a 2nd and 15 situation to go for the Braves. Shotgun for Taft McClure. Play action. Screen out right to Krog. Wyatt cuts across the grain to the 30, but can't get away. Spun down and hit hard. He will get about a 4, maybe a 5-yard gain. And it will be 3rd down and roughly 10 for the Braves. Wyatt took a shot. He was being spun. And as he got flung, another Lander player came in and hit him.
Well, when you get flung to the ground and then there's somebody already on the ground, plus the ground itself isn't very soft, especially on a night where the temperature's dwindling rapidly under 30 degrees. I'm sure that didn't feel very good.
3rd and 10 for Taft McClure in the offense. Empty backfield, 5 receivers set, 3 on the right, 2 on the left. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. McClure in the backfield, takes a snap and a flag on the play. I think Star Valley went early, and they did. I think one of those 5 receivers got a step out before the snap, and it's 3rd and 15.
I think you're right, Duke. And the receivers usually get yelled at for something like that because all they have to do is watch the ball. So what that means is you didn't watch the ball, and the coach knows it because you got a penalty.
3rd down and 15 with the ball back on the 27-yard line now. Clock stopped at 57 seconds to go in the third quarter. Trips to the right side for McClure in the shotgun. Krog alone on the left side. Those trips are going to be bunched up kind of in a V formation. Now one motions out. That's Linford. McClure rolls, sets up the draw play to Spalding. He has room to the 30. Spalding cuts back again. Now working all the way to the 40, but a flag on the play. Another flag on the play. Spalding still running to the 50, but this one's coming back. I think there's going to be a hold on the offense when Spalding cut back across. That's a tough task to ask for those ones blocking downfield when they don't know you're coming back the other way, and all of a sudden the defense comes with you. There's a hold there.
Yeah, both
They're blocking the back, actually.
Both of them came in the vicinity about the 40-yard line, so Spalding had already gained about 12 yards to that point, 11. So I'm pretty sure he gets 11 yards, but it's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
It was 3rd and 15, so he got almost 17 yards. But, yeah, they march it back. So they'll give it, make it 3rd and 12. After all that is worked out from the 30-yard line. Bunch receivers in on the right, one flanked out wide left. Now Linford motions out to the right. Streaks up the sideline. McClure goes to him on the comeback route. Caught for the first down right at the sticks. Great route by Luke Linford, pushing the defense down the side. Elevates the ball at the highest point as he came back to his quarterback in a Rocky Mountain Yeti after first down on a 3rd and 12 to gain.
Tap McClure took a shot. In fact, I wonder here before too long if his night's going to be over. You don't want him to take any more of those. That one was end up being kind of a low shot, not on purpose, of course, but just by the nature of it. 13-yard gainer for Luke Linford.
At the 44-yard line after the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. Krog in motion, throw ahead to him, off the motion, breaks a tackle across the 50, moves the ball inside Lander Valley territory and stopped pretty close to a first down. Maybe had it on a 10-yard pickup.
We'll see what they say.
They are going to move the chains with 1:37 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage comes Star Valley. Krog again in motion, and a flag at the snap of the ball. Another false start on the offense.
This has not been an issue all game, but yeah, this series it certainly has been. Braves now 7 penalties, totaling 45 yards.
Pushes the ball back to the Star Valley 49-yard line. So back on the Brave side of the 50 with a 1st and 15 coming up here. Last play of the 3rd if they take the snap. Clock down to 5-4. McClure looks to the side. They won't get it off. 4th quarter coming up next with the Braves up big 41-10 on the SVI Sports Network.
This is Corey Fromm with the LCST2 Education Foundation. If you graduated within the past 20 years and received some scholarship money from the Education Foundation and it helped you in your higher education, then we would like to hear your story on how it helped. Please contact Deb Wolfley at 307-887-7537.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Valley Football is presented by Napa Auto Parts in Afton and in Thane.
Star Valley football on the Napa Auto Parts 4th quarter of play. 1st and 15 from their own 49-yard line. McClure in the shotgun with a 41-10-point lead over Lander Valley. Spalding on the handoff up the middle. Breaks this one to the outside. Has the first down and more. Still running to the 30. Cuts up across the grain to the 20. Makes another move to the 15-yard line. And Caleb Spalding, another big run. He took it up the middle, cut it outside, and moves the chains inside the Riverside Dental Red Zone.
That's a 37-yard gain. And just like that, Caleb up to 97 yards on the ground tonight on just 10 carries. Boy, he was showing off the moves on this carry. Getting some nice blocks, moving down the field. He's already found the end zone twice. He was sniffing it again.
Spalding remains in the backfield on a new set of downs from the 15. Here's a shovel pass to Stewart, has room to the 10. Another flag on the play as Stewart works it inside the 5, but 2 flags, and this one's going to come back.
Yeah, this one's absolutely against the Braves.
Another hold on the offense.
And, you know, just from what I can gather right there, Clay Merritt is talking to the official right there, and he's kind of using his hands like, basically wants to, you know, hey, is this what you're calling? That's smart. Say if you're the one being, I don't even know if it was him that was whistled, but if it is, and you think you did fine, then ask for some clarification. Nothing wrong with that.
Pushes the ball back outside the Riverside Dental red zone, sets up Star Valley first and now about 20 from their own 20, or from the Lander Valley 22-yard line. 4 receivers set with Spalding remaining in the backfield. Shotgun for McClure. First and long, McClure fading, screen, caught, dropped by Spalding. His maybe first miscue of the game as he drops the screenplay, and it's second and long.
Some good sportsmanship there. 56 for the Tigers comes over Jesse Dollard, and he's like, it's okay, man. Usually don't see that from a linebacker to the receiver or a running back that just dropped a pass.
Sets up second and long now with McClure in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Steps up in the pocket. Draw play to Spalding. Caleb cuts up the grain again. Dives ahead to the 15-yard line. Will get a little less than half of what needed to be gained.
About 6 is what he got. That does put him over the century mark. So he's got 103 yards on the ground tonight to go with a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown.
Does push the ball back inside the Riverside Dental red zone up to the 17-yard line.
This is Caleb's 3rd straight game, Duke, where he's had at least 120 all-purpose yards.
He remains the lone back with McClure in the shotgun. Taft will throw on 3rd and 12. Looks downfield, nobody open, and Taft is sacked. He's dropped. Coverage sack for Lander Valley is nowhere. Open downfield, and finally they get to McClure.
Caden Rowan, number 31. He's the one that gets the honors.
So Coach Young will send out the field goal unit. The ball all the way back to the 25-yard line is where McClure went down. So this will be a long attempt for Mikkel Merritt. This is going to be about 41 yards on this attempt for Merritt. Just inside the left hash mark. Snap is low, but held well. Kick is away, and it is going to be just short.
Just short.
Had the right accuracy, but Merritt couldn't quite get it in with the distance. So the Braves turn it back over to Lander Valley with 10 minutes left to go in the game. 41-10 Star Valley.
You mentioned, Duke, a 41-yarder, and I think Mikkel, I mean, he's made one longer than that this season, but I don't mean to make too much of it, but dadgummit, it's cold. It's cold, and that thing's like kicking a rock at this point, I would imagine. So good effort. He said it was accurate, just didn't have the distance. Maybe go talk to Matisse Weaver, see what tricks he has.
Going to be 1st and 10 for Lander now with the football. 10:03 to go in the game, and from their own 20-yard line, out comes Stauffenberg and the Tiger offense. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Man in motion is Harris. And a false start on the offense before the snap of the football. Pushes Lander back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now from the 15.
Just the 3rd penalty on the Tigers, totaling 15 yards.
Lander will huddle up. Clock down to 10:03 left to go in the game. So Star Valley looking to advance into the semifinal rounds. They play the winner of Douglas Powell, and at the half, Powell, the 4 seed, up 7-0.
That's a much lower scoring game than I would have expected, so you never know what's going to happen.
Man in motion for Lander, but a tailback dive hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a short gain. Mascanelli on the carry. Sets up 2nd and 14 for the Tigers.
Chase Stewart in on that tackle along with some others. You know, we talk about Chase so much on offense, we probably haven't given him enough credit on defense. He makes a lot of those tackles, and that's a pretty physical thing for him to have to do from his position. And, you know, a lot of times those skill position guys are not necessarily going to come bring the lumber on defense, but Chase has had some pretty nice tackles this season.
Under center is Stauffenberg. 2nd and long, 14 yards to gain. Man in motion again is Weaver. Here's the jet sweep to Weaver. Cuts upfield across the 20, but brought down at the 23, maybe the 24.
Jaden Crook in on the stop, as well as Derek Astle. It's actually good to see Weaver back out there. If you recall, it was just not too long ago he was getting his leg looked at. We thought it was cramps, but clearly it was something along those lines, and he's back out there. He picks up 4 yards.
3rd and 6 now to go for Lander. Clock down to about 8:44 left to go in this one. Shotgun with trips to the right side for Stauffenberg. Calls for the ball. He rolls out to that direction. Sets up a man in the flat. Caught by Weaver. First down and more to the 40 and brought down around the 42-yard line. So Lander stays on the field with a big catch and run for Matisse Weaver to move the chains.
And that was Derek Astle with the tackle, number 33, down the field from the 24 to the 42. So a gain of 18 yards there for Weaver. And he's now pushing, well, that puts him at over 70 yards receiving tonight. He's got 71.
Lander breaks the huddle quickly to the line of scrimmage, trips to the left side. Pressure coming off the left side edge by the Braves defense. And Stauffenberg will look to the sideline instead. Clock rolls down to 8 minutes. Pasquinelli sets up on the right, and a false start again on the offense. Everybody moved, but the center didn't snap the ball. So the flags fly and pushes Lander back 5 yards to set him into a 1st and 15 situation here once again.
4th penalty totaling 20 yards on the Tigers tonight. If you're going to get one, first down's the time to do it.
Clock continues to roll after the ball is set. 7:54 left to go in the game. Lander at their own 37-yard line. Lander Valley breaking the huddle. Stauffenberg into the shotgun. Once again, Pasquinelli, the lone back. Here's a wide receiver screen, low but scooped up, caught but tackled pretty quick just for a 3-yard gain. And 2nd down and 12 up and coming for the Lander Valley Tigers.
Harris with that reception. As you mentioned, Duke had to go down off his shoe tops. It's a nice catch. Not a big gain, but any positive yardage is good. He's now got 6 carries, 57 yards. 6 receptions, 57 yards.
Star Valley still with a 31-point lead. 7 minutes left to go in the game. All part of the Napa Auto Parts 4th quarter. 2nd down and 12 for Lander Valley. Stauffenberg sets up the screen. Caught by Pasquinelli out of the backfield. Makes a man miss. And then tackled at the 48-yard line. Pretty good pickup on 2nd and long. Makes it 3rd and manageable for Lander Valley. Spot the ball at the 49, so going to be 3rd and 3 yards to go. A yard shy of midfield.
Gain of 9. Porter Merritt comes up and makes that stop. Right now, Stauffenberg 13 of 20, 153 yards.
Good Battleson Brothers battle stat. We'll have complete stats on this one after the game and our post-game coverage. Here's a play action, roll out left. Stauffenberger throws, caught, first down. Able to connect downfield inside the 45 to move the chains and push the ball inside Star Valley territory. Gabe Harris on the catch.
About 8 more yards on that one. Catch number 7 for Gabe Harris. And he's up to 65 yards.
Ball spotted at the Star Valley 43-yard line. Lander is moving the ball on this drive. They've had a couple 1st and 15s due to false starts, but they are taking a lot of time off the clock as well. Under 6 minutes left to go. Slot right side is Gabe Harris. Flanked right is Stevenson. Stauffenberger pump fakes on the rollout. Fires deep down the field to Harris and just overshot him. Harris did have a step on the sideline, but couldn't quite get up high enough to catch the overthrow. And it's 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 5:37.
5:37 left in the contest.
Stauffenberg now 14 of 22, 161 yards. Still looking for that elusive first offensive touchdown are the Tigers tonight. They got a pick 6 earlier from Gabe Harris.
Winner of this game, of course, advances to the semifinals. That looks to be Star Valley. They will play the winner of Douglas Powell. We'll check in on that game with a live look in as soon as they come back from halftime. We get a shot Here's the 2nd and 10. Stauffenberg under pressure, rolls out to his left, fires down the field, caught. First down 30, hard hit inside the 25, and it's going to be a first down again for Lander Valley with 5:27 to play in the 4th.
Jaden Crook with another tackle. And Gabe Harris with another reception from the about 15 yards that time, and another player is down.
Looks like he'll hop up quick and actually even just stay in the game. So 5:27 left to go. New set of downs for Lander Valley at the 23, maybe even the 22-yard line. Clock is stopped at that 5:27 mark. Stauffenberger will bring in the play from the sideline. Silver Star Communications postgame coverage coming your way. We'll have complete stats, conversation with the players and the coach Young on the sideline. Split back from the shotgun for Stauffenberg. Hands off to the tailback, breaks a few tackles, and pushes the football inside the 20 and even inside the 15-yard line on the carry. That was Pasquinelli.
Good hard run there from Jack Pasquinelli. You're going to call it about 9. I think that's his longest run of the night. I've got him now 10 carries, 38 yards.
Sets up the ball on the 14-yard line to make it 2nd down and 1. Lander trying to get the offense into the end zone.
I've also got him with a couple of catches, 61 total yards for Pasquinelli tonight.
Clock continues to roll down to 4:32 to play in the game. I formation set. Turn. Hand off to Pasquinelli, will get the first down, not much more than that. Able to move the chains down to about the 11-yard line.
Braves number 78 in on that one. That's Cooper Lawson, sophomore. Good-looking sophomore, I might add. Going to be a key player for the Braves the next couple of years.
Seen some of the second-team unit coming in. Marcus Yurok just checked in the game. Playing on the defensive front. See left corner is Porter Merritt.
Yeah. Gavin Bassett out there as well. Number 60, Colton Chappell, another good-looking sophomore. His older brother, of course.
Timeout taken by Lander. We'll take it as well. 3:54 to go in the game. Braves up big on the SBI Sports Network.
Physical therapy has been helping people get healthy for over 20 years. With offices in both Afton and Thane, they are ready to help you. Now certified in dry needling, the staff at Aspen Physical Therapy invite you to get back to work, to play, to life. Call 885-4APT or 883-4477 and get started today. Aspen Physical Therapy, a proud supporter of Star Valley and UW Athletics.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
1st and 10. Lander looks to the end zone, throws out of bounds. Good coverage in the end zone by Star Valley's defense. Stauffenberg not able to connect with his target. And that stops the clock at 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the Napa Auto Parts 4th quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line. Lander huddles up. Douglas Powell coming back after halftime, and this game in Douglas, and the Panthers with a 7-0 lead over the Bearcats in Douglas. And Braves fans cheering on the Panthers. That would give them a home semi-game next week. Here's a turn, play action pass. Stauffenberg rolls, shovel pass ahead, caught inside the 5, looking for the goal line, but stood up by the defense and not able to get into the end zone. Gabe Harris, though, gets close to a first down near the 1-yard line.
I love the shovel pass. I really do.
Looks like Bryson Baxter subbing in for the Braves D here in a goal line situation. He'll play nose guard, number 59, with 3:18 left to go. They do stop him just shy of the first down, so 3rd and short from the 2.
I've got Gabe Harris, 9 catches, 91 yards.
Here's a quick handoff, misdirection, touchdown, Lander.
Harris
is able to get in, and the first offensive touchdown of the game for the Tigers comes with 3:04 left to go in the fourth quarter, and it's 41-16.
Well, and he scored on both sides of the football. He had the pick 6 back in the third quarter, and then now he's got this rushing touchdown from 2 yards out, and the Tigers will try and tack on an extra point here.
See if Matisse Weaver can get enough distance on this PAT. Yes. Almost to the scoreboard.
He's going to put a dent in the bus.
41-17 Braves, SBI Sports.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is, and it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
It's time for some Napa know-how. Fourth quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is provided by Napa Auto Parts in Afton and Thane.
Harris gets into the end zone for the Tigers. His second touchdown of the game, first on a pick 6, that one on the ground offensively. And it makes it 41-17, Star Valley on top over visiting Lander Valley in the quarterfinal round of the 3A playoff bracket. 3:04 to go in the game. And Star Valley advancing into the semifinals. Just a few extra minutes of curricular time here to go to wrap this one up. Ensuing kickoff from Weaver is booted high and fielded out the one. Oh, but almost trying to bring it out, but couldn't quite do it. Back to return that kick was Dayton Schwab, and Dayton tried to do his darndest to stay in from the goal line, but it is a touchback. 41-17.
So that 2-yard plunge from Gabe Harris, Duke, that gave him over 100 for the game of all-purpose yards, 91 through the air, 10 on the ground, a rushing touchdown. He also had that pick 6. He's had a pretty darn good game.
Out comes the Star Valley offense. They'll send in their second unit here with 3:04 to go and a big lead. Tristan Hilton playing quarterback for the Braves. He'll be in the shotgun set with 2 receivers to his left. Tight ends to the right. Option pitch out. No, it's a handoff to the left side. And I believe Brogue on the carry. And Bridger is tripped. Maybe it's not Brogue trying to get numbers out there. Actually, number 18 is Canyon Hurd on the carry.
Junior tight end / linebacker.
Clock continues to roll down to 2:40 left to go in the game. Hilton this time will be under center. Man across the formation, handoff to the tailback. Nice hole by the line, and brought down shy of the 30-yard line is Tayson Tittenser on the carry.
And Tayson is I've called a couple of sophomore games, JV games. He's definitely got some moves. Nice carry right there. He actually picks up 9 yards.
Clock ticks down to 2:13 to go. Now a 3rd down and 1 situation for the Braves offense. Tittenser remains the tailback in a shotgun set. Bunch receivers to the left. Tittenser will swing over to the left side hip of Tittenser with the man in motion. Here's a throw ahead to the motion man. 1st down and more, up to the 35, up to the 40, and brought down at the 45-yard line is Bailey Colgren on the reception, and a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton 1st down.
Gain of 16 there for Bailey Colgren.
Clock under 2 minutes left to go, minute 48.
And Star Valley 1st down.
Braves will go quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion is Kendall. Throw ahead to Kendall, and he has yards for a first down and more, dancing up to the 45 and brought down near the 40-yard line. Cameron Kendall on the reception and yards after catch to move the chains.
Tiger territory, Star Valley first.
Spots the ball at the Lander Valley 41-yard line.
Nice gain, picks up a nice block there from number 53. That's Coulter Martinson, another good-looking sophomore.
Quickly back to the line, this time dropped for a tackle for loss. In Star Valley's backfield is Mally Patterson. He can't get the edge, and it's a 4-yard loss by the Tiger defense with 1 minute, 7 seconds left to go in this game.
Didn't have much time with it. Brings up second down.
Star Valley back to the line of scrimmage. Here's the live look in on Douglas. You can see Powell leading Douglas early third quarter, 7-0 Panthers. Braves would like a home semifinal game, so rooting for the Panthers in that one. Here's another handoff up the middle. Gain of about 1 yard after the tackle on the carry. Number 25, I don't got a 25 now.
And we got the latest roster. That thing was like 2 hours before kickoff.
Actually, Sawyer Updike is who that is. It was a late text in by Coach Young, so good thing he did. Updike on the carry. Thanks, Coach. Updike appreciates you. Third down and 3. Looks like Caleb Spalding subs back in to play fullback as they bring in the offense actually just for the kneel down to end the game. So there's your final after McClure nails it 41-17. Star Valley gets the home win in the quarterfinals against visiting Lander Valley and will advance to the semifinals. Will it be a home game against Powell or a road game in Douglas next week? Still to be determined. Stay with us here for our Silver Star Communications post-game show. Have complete stats. Have Coach Young on the sidelines with Gabe Daniel, and we'll give you the latest scores from around the state. It's all part of your Silver Star Communications post-game show. Braves win 41-17 on the SVI Sports Network.
Our small part of making this world a better place is to try and make certain that food is abundant. Because when you don't have to worry about your next meal, you're free to pursue your dreams. And when people are free to pursue their dreams, that's exactly what they do. And all of our lives are made better for it. We're Simplot, and we want to help create better, healthier, easier to grow foods through the magic and the power of modern agriculture. Simplot, bringing Earth's resources to life.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Today, we're going to play a little mini game called Whose is Whose. One of these individuals spent 13 years building equity in their home. The other spent a few weeks selling the home. So, whose stack is whose? Yeah, that doesn't seem right to us either. You worked hard to maintain and increase your home's value. Shouldn't you see that value when you sell it?
Assist to sell, full service with savings, 886-4990.
Post-game coverage is provided by Silver Star Communications. Leave slow internet in the dirt. Learn more at silverstar.com.
Silver Star Communications post-game coverage on the SVI Sports Network as Star Valley knocks off Lander in the quarterfinals 41-17, and the sounds of Neil Diamond with the celebration as the Braves advance in the 3A playoff bracket. And now a convincing win over Lander, 41-17, puts the Braves in the semis.
Yeah, that was a convincing win. They really ran away with it in the second quarter as they were up 34-3 at the half. Third and fourth quarter, they just kind of put the finishing touches on it, and I think you're just hoping to come out of that one, hopefully everybody healthy. I don't know if they will accomplish that, but we'll find out when we talk to Coach Young.
Let's take a look at that score deep in the numbers with your Battleson Brothers Carpets 1 post-game stats.
First for the Tigers, Brennan Stauffenberg. These are my stats, by the way, not the official ones. 16 of 25, 187 yards. He did have 2 interceptions in this game. Leading the way, receiving the ball for the Tigers, Gabe Harris had 9 catches, 91 yards on my stat sheet. Jack Pasquinelli, 2 for 23. Matisse Weaver had 4 catches for 71 yards. Gabe Harris scoring both touchdowns for the Tigers, one on a pick 6, the other on a short rushing touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And then Matisse Weaver did hit a 34-yard field goal. Moving it over to the Braves side, Taft McClure, 29 of 36, 371 yards for McClure, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Wyatt Krog leading the way, 9 catches, 127 yards. Jacob Hodges, 6 catches, 103, and 2 touchdowns. Chase Stewart, 6 catches for 55 and a touchdown. Caleb Spaulding had a rushing and a receiving touchdown. And then the defense really putting on a show tonight. Bridger Brogue had an interception. Wiley Wilkes had a fumble recovery. Derek Astle had an interception, a blocked fumble, and a forced fumble. And those are just the ones that I remember to write down. 520 yards of offense for this Star Valley team as they advance to the semifinals. And they'll be anxiously watching the final quarter from Douglas High School.
That's your Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpets 1 battle stats. And Douglas almost had a score, or looks like Powell was trying to score there. So if you're a Star Valley fan, you are really hoping for a Panther upset, because what that does, Star Valley would be the highest seed remaining in the bottom half of the bracket, and the Braves would be home next week for the semis. If Douglas comes back to win this, then Star Valley goes to Douglas for that game next week.
And there's a ton of time left in that game. Just, you can see it there, 6:34 in the third, but right now, it looks like the Panthers have put together a pretty nice game plan.
See if Powell's going to get here in 2nd and 7. No, just kidding. We'll go back to the Braves running off the field. They did, maybe.
Yeah, there's a touchdown signal from the far official.
Powell just went up by 2 scores now over Douglas.
Powell now up 2 touchdowns on Douglas halfway through the third.
It's all part of your Silver Star Communications post-game coverage. Star Valley wins at 41-17. We are going to have Gabe Daniel down on the field. Looks like he'll have Kason Hatterley with him. And also Bridger Brogue, who had a pick. A really nice pick in the game today. And Kason with the touchdown.
And he returned that over 30 yards, and that really set up the Braves to score before the half. Yeah, nice job by Bridger Brogue on that play.
So as soon as they get set up down on the field, we'll send it down to Gabe Daniel for the Miles CPA sideline report. We'll also have your player of the game with Star Valley Skidoo. That's still up and coming and on the way as well in our post-game coverage here on SVI Media. Looks like we do have Gabe Daniel just about ready to roll down on the field. So let's send it down to Gabe for post-game coverage with the Miles CPA sideline report. Gabe, take it away.
Thanks, Duke. I'm down here with Bridger Brogue, Kason Hatterley, and Coach Young. Bridger, you're now just 1 game away from state with the possibility of playing home next week. Can you describe your excitement to me?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play at home. It's awesome to have one more last game on the home field. So,
for sure, we're excited to see it. Kason, the playoffs are the biggest stage of the year. What does it mean to you to perform at such a high level here?
On the field, you don't really think of the big stage. You're just out there with your boys, so it doesn't really matter where we're at. We're just going to go out there and do our thing.
Well, yeah. And now down here with Coach Young. Coach, in a game where momentum is everything, what does this win mean to you, and how are you going to keep it rolling?
Just proud of the way the kids came out. We've been favored in a lot of quarterfinal games and then come out and got behind early, or just had some rough ones over the years. And a lot of times we've snuck them out, but it was just nice to jump on them early and then not have so much stress. In fact, one of the Lander coaches is the old Riverton quarterback, Brady Fullerton, who, those of you that have been following Braves football, he was the Riverton quarterback that had the 2-point conversion, maybe to beat us, and Max Fletcher stopped him inside the 1. So it was fun to see Brady and be reminded of just how close those quarterfinal games can be. Proud of these guys. The word of the day was swagger. We just wanted to come out confident, not play tight, not play nervous, not play with the pressure. And they didn't. They came out and they jumped on them, and here we go. Now we get to play one more week.
Well, congratulations, guys. We're super excited to watch you keep rolling through the playoffs and hopefully to stay. Good job, you guys. Back to you, Duke. Congrats, guys.
Thank you, Gabe Daniel, with our Miles CPA sideline report, all part of our Silver Star Communications post-game coverage. Appreciate the time of Coach Young, also with Kason Hatterley and Bridger Bro. Kason with that touchdown, Bridger with that interception, all part of a win for the Braves. They take this one away from Lander Valley by a score of 41-17. And again, Star Valley's opponent to be determined next week. Location to be determined next week in the semis, but Powell just scored again. They're up 14-0 over Douglas in Douglas. So if that score holds, or at least the lead holds for Powell, it'll be Star Valley and Powell in Afton next week. If Douglas can come back, though, it's Star Valley and Douglas. So we'll keep a watch on that score, see how it goes. Dal, how about to take a look at your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game?
Well, tonight, Duke, I think you look at what he did, especially in the first half, in that second quarter, and then the toe-tapping NFL caliber reception in the end zone. I'm going with Jacob Hodges tonight, big number 21, 6 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, one of which would have been good on Sunday. And I thought Jacob really set the tone for the receiving corps today, and he is my choice for the Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Congratulations to Jacob Hodges, well-deserved for a great night and a great season from number 21, Star Valley Skidoo, located in Thane. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Again, Star Valley gets the win by a score of 41-17. And follow us at SVInews.com and the Star Valley Independent Facebook page. Of course, you can catch Dal Erickson on his Twitter account. He'll give you the updates on what happens with that final score in the Powell-Douglas game. But right now, the Panthers leading the Bearcats by a score of 14-7 about midway through that third quarter. As far as this game goes, Star Valley gets the quarterfinal win. They will be in the semis next week. Braves win at 41-17. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, David Kazare, our executive producer, Sage Jacobson, our assistant producer, and of course our entire SVI Sports crew outside and on the field as well. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.